Hi.
Hello and welcome back to another RDR stream. I'm terribly sorry about how late I was today. Had family over and just sort of, I couldn't exactly say, right, it's bang on past, so off. But it's all good. Everyone's happy. We're all ready. We're all present. Yes, I haven't loaded Gran Turismo up yet. I've just turned my PlayStation on, and I'm terribly sorry. But it is what it is. 1 minute late means one lap of the Nürburgring. I mean, I was a little bit more than 1 minute late, I think. I said 7:30. I know I said 7:30 as well. We're 22 minutes or so past that, and I'm really sorry. But we're here. That is the main thing. Is everyone, regardless of how late I am, is everyone ready to go Group 3 racing? That is the question.
No, we're ready.
Are we? Well, I don't. If you're not ready now, then that means there's room for someone else who is ready now. That is fine. We can work with that. That is the much better response that I was looking for. I was looking for a wave of yes, we're ready, but I was met with doubt and disappointment. I haven't got the energy to get things going as much as we normally do, so you guys are going to have to back me up a bit today. But we got this anyway, we got this. We're loading it up. We'll get the setup set up. Remember, guys, it is mandatory pits today. Today I will be in Pan Am's stream. No worries, Schumacher. Is my phone still playing the stream? Because I think it is. Because you could probably hear it in a little bit of an echo, and I'm terribly sorry. There we are.
Don't forget the pit.
Right. Let's get ourselves set up. I'm just going to be going through the lobby as we get it set up, and then I'm just going to tell you guys, or I'm just going to get it done and set up, and then go. So I know you guys have been waiting for it. First track out, please. Pan Am.
From Suzuka.
Mid call. We go in eight laps of Suzuka. 4 times tyre, 3 times fuel. No, we'll stick on 2 times fuel consumption. But yes, we've got a 10-minute qualifier set up with 2 minutes finishing. Group 3, medium to soft is your strategy for this evening. Weak shortcuts. We're going to turn the car collision penalties off, because they don't really work anyway, and we'll have a look back at them on stewards regardless with incidents. So if you do get into an incident, guys, just remember to let us know in the comments who it involved and what lap it was on, for us to be able to have a look back. I can hear the Gran Turismo noise rather loud. It's really off-putting. Is Sliced available for today? I don't know, but if he is, there is the potential for him to receive his trophy for 100 top 5 finishes in RDR lobbies. Potentially as well, Jolvo is on set to receive his.
I got 100 top 5s before Sliced.
You did get 100 top 5s before a Sliced.
I don't know how.
So yeah, Sliced is 2 top 5 finishes away. Jolvo is 3. And then Astral is 40, and he's the next one down. Astral's 5th highest on our list. Deluxe, of course, still out well in front, 133 top 5 so far. And it literally feels like only a week or so ago that we celebrated his 100th. So, no, well done to Deluxe with his consistent and everlasting performance.
The golden chicken driver.
Jolvo's dropped down to instead of As. What's happened there?
A few mishaps.
Ah, fair enough. Orion up to BB. What happened to the BS, Orion? I thought you were a BS.
I'm trying to join.
We've got a full lobby. Lino back as well. Hello, Lino.
Matt, can I 5 minutes go get my
Can I join after the second
Nice
race?
to see you on the return, sir. SAS on the A+, or on the AS. No longer an A+ driver, but we know he's got the pace for it. Just needs to do a few more dailies. Yeah, honestly, I think Luke's the same. Luke's got A+ capability there. He just he hasn't got it as the title. Pan Am, though, of course. Pan Am never believes he's A+, but he is an A+ driver.
No.
He is an A+
Looking at
driver.
the A guys, hell no.
Let me know if there's an
I'm not
empty
8+ in
space.
pace, I'm just 8+ in consistency.
I'll take that as a yes then.
Who else have we got that's new, or is it literally just Killer who is new tonight? I think it is just Killer who is new tonight, but he passes the threshold. He's got B as the sportsmanship rating. Nice to see you again, Deluxe, as always. Ooh, going for the Atenza Group 3 this time. Just waiting for everyone to tick in. SAS, Killer, and Schumacher. Just waiting for you three, and then we can get qualifying underway. Killer has left, so there's now a space in the lobby for anyone who fancies it.
I will be in. For sure.
Well, you better get here quick. Space is gone.
Let's go! I'm in.
You're in? There we go. Teeny Ping's connected. Yeah. Nice. There we go.
Don't mess up the track.
I'm gonna have on my Mercedes.
I should take that man in qualifying.
This is my first time driving this done, guys. At least on this track.
So Sliced and Jolvo could put themselves one podium or one top 5 finish closer towards that 100th. What are we on the podiums? Who's going to be first one to reach the podiums?
Phantom and Slash are one of each other. I think Slash is on 88 and Phantom on 87, if I remember.
Yeah.
I'm checking podiums now in the scoreboard. Yeah, Sliced on 88, Panam on 87. So you two are tied in battle with your stats.
I won't get a podium this evening, considering the fact that 3 tryhards are in this lobby.
I mean, you never know.
Except for maybe
you never know.
Spins in the second to last corner again, it gives me the podium. That could also be.
I don't have tyres and the money, so I'm out, says Schumacher. Okay, Schumacher, no worries.
Brother charging his phone on a TV. He also charged his phone on a good potato.
My Discord has gone into bloody streamer mode, and I can't get it out to be able to get a Discord link into the chat. But yeah, we need a Discord link in the chat. Someone could put one in there, that'd be great. GS is back, welcome. Hello, Oliver, how are we today? We've got 13 ticked in, 14 now, just waiting on SAS. What's he even doing? What did he say he was going to do?
He said he was eating.
Oh, why is he in the lobby then?
Just go.
I'll just kick him. I'll have to, because if he's not taking part in the race, I'm obviously going to open it up for someone else, like Oliver Stemmer, who's in the chat now.
Stexo!
He can't do that. That was naughty. But yeah, Mr. Stexer would like to join the field, I'd imagine. So, Stexer, are you ready? Kick sliced, says JHS.
Yes, and JHS, please.
Yeah. It's just in the lobby.
Right. There we go. I'm sorry, SAS, and we will do a lobby refresh afterwards once he's back. But yeah, I've got to do that. I can't hold the space out for him, especially when exactly that Stexo wants to join in. So there we are. We've replaced an AS driver with an AS driver. Right, so Stexo, if you could tick in, sir, we'll get ourselves underway with our 10 minutes. Oh my god, now you come back. Are you kidding?
Oh, mate, I asked you 3 times if I could go get my dinner for 5 minutes.
I didn't hear. I didn't. Honestly, I'm so sorry. If you rewind the stream, like, honestly, 30 seconds, you'll find what happened. But Stexo was in the chat present, wanted to race. You weren't answering there, and someone said, yeah, he's gone to go and eat. He's gone to go and eat. So I said, right, okay, I'll kick you, so Stexo can have the place, but then I'll lobby refresh after this one for you to have the chance to join back.
I'll wait till the next one.
And say, just sit back, spectate. Maybe you could even join me in the commentary box while you're munching your dinner if you fancy it. Be nice to have the racer's opinion, of course, Mr. S. Spencer, the kart racer.
I might come in. I might not say too much, but
just give a little insight here and there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Alright, right, well, anyway, we've got 15 players ticked in. I'm seeing some R's in the chat. Let's get ourselves ready with 10 minutes then of qualifying here at Suzuka.
Let's go.
Right, I'll share my screen for you then, SAS, in stream chat.
Okay.
Can you move over? Can I drag you over? Yeah, I can. No, I can't drag you over. I think you've got to join the channel, haven't you?
Yeah. I can't see which one it is on my first in order, just question marks. If you join it first, then I'll join.
Oh yeah, if I'm sharing my screen, there's no point in doing it because you can't see it on the PlayStation, can you?
I put him in there.
Oh, okay, sweet. No, you didn't. He's left. Right, I'll join stream chat anyway, fellas. I know it's qualifying, but you guys crack on, have the concentration. Best of luck. I'll switch on over to stream, and then as and when SAS joins, he can see what's going on. What have I just done? I've done the wrong button. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. SAS is in with us. There we go. Right. So, what sort of times then would you say would be a quick time here around Suzuka for the Group 3s? Big slide from Orion there on. Is that? No, I was about to give a Fuji call out then of 100R or 100R, but it's not that. Forgot the name of the corners, but yeah, Orion with a big slide in the M6. Not too sure who really to stay on board for a benchmark here, because there's quite a lot of quick runners. Like, I know Sliced is going to put out a fast lap, but I don't think he wants to qualify. I think he's just going to sit in the pits until it's done.
Oh, nice.
Webby's got a fair bit of pace, but is Webby going to be, is he going to be a solid benchmark of a time? I don't know.
Luke's one to watch.
Yeah, Luke is, that's right. He's always quick, and he's always in that GTR, to be fair to him. Did I just see a Yorkshire T Ferrari there of Hazard? That's cool. JHS says he'll be quick.
We'll have to take his word for it, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if the results will speak for that one.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I keep getting emails from the partnership team at W. We've got sponsorship from W. It's just we haven't really done much with them, so I might have to have a look into that. So we don't even display our discount code anymore. It's just shipping's too expensive, I think. Right then, so the first sectors. The problem is I can't see the. I wish I could change the. I wish I could change the little side maps because it's just stuck on the track map. You can't ever change it to see the timings.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pan Am's gone for a very brightly coloured GTR.
Yeah, I always wish you could change it on like the replays of the top right, so you could see all like brake balance and stuff they're using.
Yeah. Especially for the the world record replays, etc., and to really see how and what settings he's running. Plus, then as well, it'd also be great to see the split down sector timers. We're looking through the field, but realistically, it's anyone's game on the first lap. I mean, I have no idea what could even be a quick time under the new BOP conditions, obviously. So we've got a 202.6 for Webby.
I think typically you want to be in the sub 2 minute, like.
Sub 2 minutes here. Okay.
Yeah.
Orion's unable to get that
really
on first
quickly.
lap. 203. JHS 203 just nips into second place. GS, but then Luke goes fastest with a 201.9. Very close to a 202. 0.6 off Webby's time though. Pan Am with a 202.9.
I do wonder why Luke always qualifies on mediums. It's interesting.
It is actually. And how dangerous would he be on softs?
Probably quite. I imagine.
So he does always qualify. I mean, he's really pressuring GS here in the RSR. It's not an ideal situation in qualifying for either one, I don't think. But, hey, so long as the drivers are happy with it, we're happy with it. .202.006 for Jolvo, second place. That will be a strong start if that is where he stands come 5 minutes time. So Luke's back into the pits, but see, like if he's coming into the pits, new or set of tyres, why not just switch to the soft? He's got the time. It'd be really interesting to see Luke's qualifying pace on softs.
Yeah, I think it would. Well, he's put on softs now, so
Oh, there we go.
maybe we'll have a look.
On sale. Give it 2 minutes, then we'll stay on board with him for his for a flying lap. Of course, his out lap now. Deluxe is out lap. Pan Am, how's Pan Am looking? Fast, actually. So we'll go on the onboard with him. Navigates the final chicane nicely, on the throttle, to the line. Nope, he's come into the pits, he's dipped out. I mean, it would have been a 202, but he's not happy with it. Zero content going on right now. Everyone is just either pitting or on outlaps. Jolvo on his outlap, Luke on the outlap. Is there anyone who is not? GS is not on an outlap. Let's stay on with GS then. Iron Dame's 911 RSR looking rather nice, actually, I will say. Not a livery I've seen before. Orion's also using the M6, which, if I'm honest, isn't a choice which I'd normally see from Orion. It's either an RSR or an AMG. I mean, I think I may have even seen him a partial to an RCF, but never so much the M6, so it'd be interesting to see where he comes now.
Yeah,
Striking
it's
livery on it.
as well, so.
The BM's been nerfed.
Yeah, it got like some extra weight added to it, I think. Or horsepower removed, one of the two.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. It was incredibly quick.
It wasn't even that OP, it was just well balanced on every track. There was only like a couple tracks where it was top of the leaderboard.
But still a very competent choice to use on any track. I've always found that with the M6 though, no matter what the updates, no matter what happens with them, Luke's just starting his flying lap by the way, but whatever's happening with the updates and the BOPs, I've always found the M6 a strong and dominant car. Never dominant in my hands by all means, but for example in your hands, or sliced, or you always see an M6 within the top 5 in pretty much any Group 3 race that we do.
Yeah.
In Spa Dailies last week, I had a pole position podium win, and second place was also M6 Sprint. And he was only a couple of seconds behind me, 2 seconds I think. But the rest of the pack, they were about 10 seconds behind the pair of us. So again, it's just sort of, he's backed out and he's gone to mediums again, by the way. Didn't fancy it on the softs, he just couldn't do it. I mean, he's fast enough as it is. Stexo puts himself into 5th, knocks Pan Am out of it. Red Bull RSR for him. I mean, we're into the last minute now, plus the 2 minutes continuation time. Stexo's lost it first corner, so unfortunately no fast lap will be coming from this one. Webby's on a flyer currently. Jolvo is 2.5 and nearly 3 seconds down, unfortunately, on his time, so it's not looking good for the number 17 plated AMG. D-Lock's switching things up and going to an Atenza. I haven't seen D-Lock's run one of these yet in Group 3. He loves a Dragon Ball Z livery as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's got one on his Citroen, his GTR. His M6 is Jamrock, and so's his RSR, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I've never seen the Atenza Group 3. Nice to see it out. I'm not too sure where he's standing here. I didn't actually check the section timer when he went through with it, but we'll follow out the lap with D-Locks anyway. Typical insight is a bit of D-Locks lag as he comes across at just a 2:02.126. Solidifies that third place for him. Hasn't crashed every lap, that's not good. Webby goes pole with a 2:01.845. A lightning lap from the AMG. And he just cruises out now for the rest of the lap. Nice little bit of cool down for the now podium sitter. Was not expecting to see Webby on the pole, but I'm all here for it. Well done, Webby. Nice to see a Matt on the pole, even if it isn't me. Luke, well, he's out on the final lap, but it's an out lap anyway, so there's nothing going to be coming extra from Luke. No reply as such. There may be one or two people still outrunning, such as Pan Am, who could potentially put a stop to Webby's pole position, but for now it's looking good. Troyer also another fast pacing car when he can get the lap right. Just keeping an eye on those times. Lino with a 2:03.3. Pan Am 2:02.983 bests himself by 140th of a second, but nothing more than that, unfortunately, from the German in the GTR. Orion has finished his pace lap, as has everyone else here. I believe that is it. We are looking at our starting grid. Webby in first, Luke in second, Jolvo in third, D-Locks in fourth, Stexo fifth, Pan Am sixth, JHS seventh, Orion in eighth, Lino ninth, GS in 10th, Sutton 11th, Troyer 12th, Teeny Ping 13th, Hazard in 14th, and Sliced typically chose not to qualify and is starting at the back of the grid 15th. So yeah, just to confirm that with the board. Has it been the purple lap? Well, what you can take away from that is that at least up until that point, you were on purple. So you've got it in you to be able to hold the pace. But if everyone's ready then, we'll get ourselves started for 8 laps here at Suzuka with the strategy. Make sure that you've got the tyres selected that you want to start the race with, fellas, and we'll get underway. Let's just hit up a ready in the chat. No, I haven't fed it, sorry. D-Locks is ready. Pan Am is ready. Orion is Deddy. Jolvo is GHG. JHS is Renault R28. Lino ready. Troyer ready. Sliced ready. Mandatory pit stop. Yes, you have to switch from the medium to the softs or the softs to the mediums. That is up to you. So make your choice of where you start now and we'll get ourselves underway. Remember, we've got 4 times tyre wear, so those softs are not going to last the race stint. You will have to change them. You can't just go all the way to the last lap on those. So try and plan your tyre stops carefully. But a decent stop could very well punt you up the grid. Race with us. Not now. Not tonight. I don't feel well enough as it is, so I'm not going to be able to perform it anyway decent. And I wouldn't be able to keep up with you lot anyway. You lot are just way too fast for my ability. I'd rather commentate and just see you all run the races instead. I will be racing at some point during the week. I'm probably going to be on the Nürburgring tomorrow during our track day. And then maybe in the community suggestion night as well. We'll see. When you ever do that. Well, I never do anyway, but I perform even less right now if I were to. So we'll just keep it as me in the commentary box. But the lights are up. False start checks are on. And away the grid go. Webby and Jolvo, both in the AMGs, getting a decent start here, heading into the first corner. But Luke, also with a lightning start, hot on their heels. Nearly side by side. Webby runs wide. First bend. That's unfortunate. The rest of the grid seems to filter through. Where has... where's he come out? Jolvo with a 0.5 penalty for a shortcut already, but he is in control of the race. Luke really heavily putting the pressure on. Luke now in control. He's out in front in the GTR. D-Locks putting some pressure from behind as well. the rest of the grid running. There's a bit of a split now from Hazard down to Pan Am of nearly a second, but Pan Am, of course, in control of this very fast group. We've got GS, Webby, Sliced, Sutton, Troyer, Lino and Teeny Ping all behind Slice here. We've had a yellow flag up ahead. Who's that? Deluxe is out. What has happened to Deluxe in that Detenza? Let's go back through. He was in second place with, of course, JHS behind. A punt there from JHS has sent Deluxe into the gravel, and I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark that JHS hasn't given his position back. No, of course he hasn't. He's still chasing Deluxe in second place.
Possibly a lag bump though, knowing Deluxe.
Oh, he was close, mate. He was close. It's not going to skip back to it now, unfortunately, but he was close. He was very, very close to the back end. We should have seen that braking zone coming up. We're going to have to look back at the replay afterwards. But for now, it is Luke out in front by 1.1 seconds so far. JHS chasing with Orion just under a second behind, but Orion heavily under fire right now from Stexo in the RSR. Bit wide there from Stexo. He's lost a bit of time to Orion, but being able to control himself enough to stay in front of Pan Am. Medium tyres then for the front half of the grid, apart from JHS, who's on the softs. Impressive pace from all those down all the way to 6th place though with the racing mediums. Sliced Bread also on the mediums from 15th. He's had an excellent first lap so far to bring him up to 7th place for the first corner of lap 2. Jolvo there, of course, was in the lead of the race. Something else happened to Jolvo. I'm not too sure when, but I'm sure he'll remind us afterwards. Right, so JHS is saying his car's lagged into me. Okay, it may go down as racing incident there. Deluxe, what's your take on it if you can, bud? I know obviously you're in the middle of racing, so you can just save it till after the race if possible, but just chuck something into the chat for us so we know what's going on.
Need to see a JHS POV clip of that.
Yeah, we're going to have to double check exactly what's gone on there, but I'm saying it's a shame that we haven't got almost like a full, full replay system that we could use to be able to highlight elements and parts of the race. Hopefully something that could come in future Gran Turismos, but for now we are happy with what we've got with the replay feature. Still a second though splits Luke and JHS as the pair start to check out from the rest of the pack. Orion here he's pulled a bit of gap between himself and Stexo. Of course, I think that might have actually been from that fast left-hander heading towards the final chicane, and where Stexo went a little bit wide. I think it might just be a residual gap from that. However, these two are nearly 3 seconds back from JHS in second place. Stexo here in fourth, now nearly 4 seconds behind the leader. Slice though has made his way up into 5th. Of course, he started 15th. In the Liquid Moly M6, so decent race so far for Sliced. Webby, the original race leader, of course, he's had a little bit of a mare, and he, on the first bend, he's had to filter back through the grid. He's now sat with his counterpart on the front row of the grid, Jolvo, in 6th and 7th place, so hopefully a bit of a better result will come for these two. Of course, Jolvo is hunting that extra top 5 finish. Slice has so far secured his. So long as he stays where he is, he'll be on for another top 5 finish, and just one off from his 100th top 5 finish here. Deluxe though, who had the incident with JHS on the first lap, he's now running in 10th. Of course, he's famously known for finishing in the top 5. He's currently leading with 133. He was the first one to ever do it in the RDR lobbies to have hit his 100th top 5 finish. So of course we're massively proud of him, but it's a massive testament as well to his pace. In pretty much any circuit, and as we can now see from the use of the Intensa and how well adept he is with it, that it can cover any car as well. Bit of a battle with Sutton fighting across there. It's put Teeny Ping out onto the outside, but he joins back in. Who has come out in front of that? Sutton. Deluxe now sat behind. Ooh, Sutton's backed right off. Pan Am, bit of a slide. What's happened there? Why did Sutton back right off? Was he due to give a position back? He pulled to the side and gave a position back. Well done, Sutton. Fair play to you. So I think there may have been a bit of a pushing and shoving with Deluxe, to which, yeah, he has given his position back, so fair play. But it's meant that Troyer, Teeny Ping, Pan Am, they all moved through. 0.9 for 0.5, sorry, for Pan Am in 9th. Hazard in 8th, just Chelsea Jolvo, 0.5 out from him. Webby, those 2.5 seconds ahead and 2.5 seconds behind Sliced. Slice just catching up to Stexo and Orion, who are side by side through the fast left-hander. Orion goes wide. I can't get too excited, my voice hurts, but they're passing the position back and forth. That final podium spot, tossing between the pair, the Austrian and the Belgian driver, going head to head here. Just on board then with Stexo's car, we can see here literally side by side. Slice though looking to take advantage of the move, he does so as well. Stexo's now lost 2 positions due to the fight with Orion. Slice, just in the right place, in the right time, now puts himself into a valuable position to fight for yet another podium finish for himself, and also then into the chase of JHS and Luke. A gap's opened up between these two as well, though, nearly 4 seconds between JHS in second place and Luke in first, but then there is a 7-second gap between third place of Orion and Luke in pole position. A decent sprint so far then for JHS and Luke. Of course, there is the incident though with JHS and Deluxe, which is still yet to be reviewed. It's a shame that it happened, to be honest, because it happened when the pack was so closely, so close and tight together that, coming back from that far down, halfway through the first lap, it's near impossible to do. Sliced, I think, has been very lucky to get to where he is now in 4th. He's just sort of been in the right place, right time. A few incidents up ahead have given him a few positions for free, but of course, his racing ability has spoken for the rest, and his pace has been able to catch him up, of course, to 4th. Orion is putting up a good fight, though. I will give it to him. He is holding that M6 of Sliced off nicely. We'll stay on board for this for a second, just while it unfolds. Sliced really getting close now. Barely fit a credit card between the pair there on that initial straight before that fast left-hander. Here into the chicane now. There goes the move from Sliced. He goes wide with it though. Orion sticks to his guns on his line, takes the position back, and also checks out with nearly a second gap between them all as well. Although Sliced and Stexo have all dived into the pits now. JHS on those softs, nearly dead in 3rd, but of course he's going now for the mediums. Jolvo and Hazard now. Jolvo up into 3rd, still yet to pit, as was Hazard in his Ferrari, but these two are tied into battle. Luke nearly 9 seconds ahead now of Orion under BOP conditions, so a phenomenal run so far around Suzuka for Luke. Orion though, 6 seconds ahead of Jolvo, battling out with Hazard, 3rd and 4th here. Ryan yet to pit, Jolvo yet to pit, Hazard yet to pit. I believe Luke also yet to pit, but on those mediums he's looking good. The only chase, of course, he had was off JHS on those softs, and they were pretty much dead when JHS had come in. He certainly wouldn't have been making time on them, that's for sure. The mediums, though, all the way down to Pan Am now. Might be able to join here in an hour if still going. Yes, Amaro, we'll see you then in that case, because we will still be going then. Nice to see you, buddy. Pan Am in 5th. He hits the gravel, slows himself right down, loses a chunk of pace. Teeny Ping and JHS now really starting to close in the gap on Pan Am here in 5th. Where's Slice? Sliced is behind them all in 8th. JHS, of course, just ahead now in that Mod 7. Or team, is it the Elf Team Spirit Mod 7? I don't know what the, Team Spirit, there we go. The Team Spirit M6. Team Spirit M6 in 7th, Sliced in the Liquid Moly M6 in 8th. Now switching positions, JHS running a little bit wide there. We'll just go back and have a look at how he managed to get caught there. I hadn't seen. Just a little bit too late onto the brakes for his line there, I think, and of course Slice taking advantage on double spoon. JHS now caught to chase Slice, 0.7 out, still within slipstream range. However, Sliced, I think, now having taken the position now off Teeny Ping, he's in a much better stead now for this race. Now once again staring at his 5th place once Pan Am decides to pit. The top 4 are in the pit, so Pan Am joins them on the top 5. Luke, though, is out of the pit, still in front. Sliced, just 10 seconds back from him, though. He is charging down Luke in 1st place. Could very well be on for a battle towards the end of the race here, especially with Sliced now on the softs. Luke, of course, on the softs as well. Just 1 lap newer than Sliced, but it will all be to play for, I'm sure. Orion, then, he's still stuck battling away with Stexo in 4th. We've seen the start of the race repeating here. Hello, Schumacher. Webby, our man who started on pole, sorry for this race. Poor first exit, and of course it's left him now down in 5th, but still a top 5 finish for him nevertheless. Of course, that's unless JHS can do something about his current position in 6th. Jolva, though, he started 2nd, he's now down in 7th. Again, another shame, but just a few incidents throughout the way. He seems to be torn into a nice battle with Hazard, actually, throughout most of this circuit. They've been in the one of the others' mirrors for most of this race, I'd say. And again, also on similar pit strategies. It's left them in the same place. We'll jump on board with Hazard's point of view then from the Ferrari as he attacks the back of Jolvo's AMG. Keeping an eye, of course, on that leaderboard in case we do see any movements throughout the pack. But for now, these two on their outlaps, battling it away on the fresh softs. Who can use that extra couple of centimetres of track? Who can get onto the power that little bit earlier? I mean, heck, who can even brake later? Plenty of ways that this battle could go either way here. Jolvo could start extending that gap out from half a second. Hazard could start chewing it in. Bit of a slip there from Hazard. I think that might have cost him. It has. Jolvo hot into the first chicane though. Lovely coverage of the track there from Jolvo. Big slide again from Hazard in the Ferrari. Cost him a little more time, but lap 7 now underway. Jolvo still again ahead in this tussle in 7th. So Luke in 1st place in that GTR. Haven't had much screen time from Luke, but he has just checked out. It's been a dominant run from him in that GTR. Sliced in 2nd, he's done phenomenal as well. 15th place all the way up to 2nd. Just mixture of great strategy, great racing, formidable pace, and right place, right time with a few incidents, and it's landed him where he is now. Orion 3rd, he's had a phenomenal battle with Stexo, and what a fight the Austrian has put up this entire race. Orion has really felt the sweat of this, and I'm going to love having a chat with Orion actually after this race and seeing how he felt during these battles. But I've seen it a few times actually, just flicking through the cameras, that Stexo has been right there with Orion. Right now, Stexo's focus is more on Webby and the AMG behind, but still very much attentive to the fact that a position is open on the podium for him should he time his moves right. Orion, though, just focusing on that defence, making that M6 as wide as he possibly can to keep Stexo behind. Hopefully we're not going to be seeing any weaving there, though. A little bit later on, the brakes for Orion opens up the opportunity for the undercut for Stexo. In the RSR, they go side by side, but Stexo takes it out of double spoon. Bit of contact between Orion and Webby here in 5th, but all still managing to run. Webby now looks at Orion in 4th instead of Stexo. He's looking for his opportunity to move up the grid. Could it be coming here, or is Orion too hell-bent on getting that bottom podium spot back? Fantastic entrance into the chicane for Orion. Can he follow it up? Can he deliver anything? Well, not quite. Stexo also had an increasingly quick exit from that chicane. I think it's fair to say these two are very evenly matched here at Suzuka. Starting to tip into the evening now as they go side by side. Bit of contact from the inside of Orion onto Stexo. I'm not too sure I was happy with that, Orion. I think I'd like to see that position go back. Stexo was in 3rd there. I feel that he may have had the right to that corner. Let's go back and have a look at it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No, he wasn't. Everyone thought he sort of centered and pushed him wide.
I don't think that was quite fair by Orion, unfortunately. I think we are going to have to come back and have a look at that. But yeah, that's unfortunate for Stexo, losing out on the position in such a way. Shame it wasn't able to be done in, you know, sort of valiant fight as opposed to an I guess an incident like that. Webby though in fourth, Orion third, and Slice second. Final lap, of course, now as Rumble with Luke through the double spoon. Is there anything close? And well, I mean, we've got Jolvo attacking JHS in the Team Spirit M6. Jolvo, I think, just biding time. JHS a little bit too cautious on those brakes. Back end very lively of that M6. Quick flash there from Jolvo, letting him know, look behind you, I'm here, I'm coming. Goes to the right, pushes JHS onto that inside line for this fast left-hander. Side by side they go on the final lap. Jolvo runs extremely wide. Luke in first place. Slice now approaches the line second for the Liquid Moly M6. Congratulations, Orion. It's a shallow third place on the podium for you. Fourth place for Webby, Stexo in fifth. JHS and Jolvo dart to the line in a near photo finish, sixth and seventh. Hazard in eighth. Panam now approaching the line in ninth in the GTR. Not the run he was looking for, but it's the run he was given. Ninth place for Panam. Deluxe in 10th. Commiserations, of course, for your incident. I know, Stexo, we were on board. We saw, mate, we saw. Teeny Ping in 11th. 0.5 will put him behind Lino. Lino in 11th. Teeny Ping in 12th. Troyer 13th. And GS, the last of our runners, in 14th. Well done, buddy. 14th to 5th, or lap 1, then it all fell away. That is a shame. But congratulations, of course, to Luke for that incredibly dominant run. Third to first there in Suzuka. We'll save that replay and we'll share it for Slice to have a look at afterwards as well. But I think there may be a few penalties being handed out this evening, fellas, unfortunately.
Yeah, I have a few things I want to put in. Let me just quickly get the screenshot up so I can put them in.
Yep, that's okay. Put your incidents in place for what's gone on. Realistically, guys, if we see you on the track hand your position back, then there will be no need for a trip to the stewards. You've already disciplined yourself and punished yourself in the race, and by noticing the mistake and handing the position back. That's about as much as we can ask for sportsmanship wise. But for the incidents where we can see something has happened where it didn't need to have, and the person responsible has disappeared off into space. I hate to bring it up, but for example there with Orion and Stexo. Orion pushing Stexo out and then continuing on to take third place. That's unsportsmanlike, so we are going to be looking back at that incident and then possibly handing out penalties for that. As well then, as we are going to have a look at the lap 1 incident between Deluxe and JHS, and we're going to potentially review that one as well. I will refresh the lobby now so SAS can come in. As you can see, I was doing a lot of this there throughout that race. As my hair now looks like an ice gem. But yeah, guys, feel free to jump out or whatever, that's fine. In fact, because back of grid pen is going to be a thing, should we have a quick review of those incidents now?
Yes.
Okay. Because there was a few of them. So I think it's going to be best if we just overlook them now, and we could even potentially get the penalties in place ready for the next race. Of course, if someone has served a race ban for any incidents coming up, then I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about that fact. But yeah, we'll just get a quick steward's review then.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the 3 I put in basically involved me.
I saw all that happened for the Tyre incident. Behind.
Do I also need to go to the... Oh, okay.
Turn 1 input.
Yeah.
You didn't share screen, by the way.
When? Oh no.
Oh yeah.
But oh.
Right, so you guys haven't been able to hear me the entire time looking through this. I'm really sorry. We've just mentioned a couple of times we've seen some hits from JHS, and I will also mention that Deluxe's lag is visible. We can see Deluxe's lag.
Usually you break earlier then.
Right.
Do that.
So we can see Deluxe's brakes there. JHS reacts. He comes off the power. Oh no, he doesn't.
No.
What does he do there? Does he, like, come off the power to brake but then put a little bit more on?
No, he just lifts.
Let's watch it through fully and then I'll skip back.
The thing is, these replays aren't always accurate. For this one, I kind of want to see JHS's, like, his POV, a clip of it, because...
Yeah, well, JHS has sent his POV in Discord, I think.
Alright.
I think, yeah, he sent it in the
Stewards.
stewards. Yeah, it's in the stewards channel. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think that's kind of...
Yeah. Looks like
It does. Does it look like that, or does it look like that, or is that just the game catching up? Because you look in JHS's replay here, just from the 1 second clip that I can see, you see Deluxe's brake lights come on, and his car carries on travelling at the speed that he is, but he's clearly slammed on there. So
Yeah,
that's
the
just the
car
game
doesn't-
catching him up. But JHS from the replay still made no attempt to brake when he saw Deluxe's brake lights.
Like the car doesn't decelerate that quickly. In the
Yeah, I
in JHS
personally
clip.
think this is a racing incident looking at JHS's POV on the Discord.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one to call because it's laggy, and I think because it's laggy, if JHS has done something untoward, he's gotten away with it because of that.
And then what about the Pan Am incident?
Yes, Pan Am. Right. Okay. So
I
that's
think
next
isn't-
one. Biking Bros. Hi.
Yeah,
Thank you. I've just seen that you've dropped a little £2 there. Thank you very much, sir. What a gangster. Appreciate you very much. Thank you. We're just going to carry on with the steward's review for a second, though. What was the next incident? Let's have a look back through. I know Oliver Stemmer's lap 7. We're going to come back to that, Orion, once we saw that one live.
Pan Am Indiasis.
Pan Am, Troyer, what time? Troyer has already apologised, and Pan Am said it's all good.
Why is Stefan here?
S's lap 1, JHS killed me. Yeah, we saw that. Lap 1, S's. Is that where...
JHS killed Pan Am.
We saw that, though, didn't we?
Did we say anything?
We
to
didn't
that?
do anything with, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for those contacts. Contact there.
Was it the first? Oh, no, the second.
Second contact, that sends Panam off completely. That's, well, 3 positions dropped, 4th. Yeah, 4 positions dropped there by the time that it then come round to the next one. So JHS wants to show his POV of that as well. It's so hard to do when there's so much lag, isn't there? What else was there? So it was Panam and Troyer, but they sorted that between themselves. Should we just have a quick look then at the Orion and...
Oh yeah, that. From what I saw earlier, I think Orion just...
I think Orion might be...
When was it?
It was lap
It
7.
was like second lap, it was like last lap or second last lap.
Oh yeah.
I think it was actually... Oh, no, it was. Orion pushed him into the inside, didn't he? What view do we want for this? Do we want bonnet? Look
Oh, no, it was
before the
lap
straight.
8.
Yeah, it was lap 8.
Lap 8, turn 1.
Yeah, lap 8, turn 1, okay. What view do we want, Chase?
I don't think anything anything matters with this. Kind of
Yeah, I
jumped
think,
up
I think it's pretty obvious.
Right, so, here we come then. Lap 8, Orion is there.
Go mode is again. Oh yeah.
There's a touch from the inside on Orion, or from Orion, which sends Stexo out wide and into 5th. So, Orion's point of view.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
That's just
You don't
Pushing
have much
off.
to steer here, he just kind of pushes it.
yeah.
Oh my god, I've just gone all the way back to the start.
Oh,
It's fine. No, we're not having this. We're not having it. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, what's the penalty here?
Like back of grid or something. Nothing
Back of
too
grid.
serious. It's not.
It wasn't massively intentional or really nasty to have deserved a race ban, but back of grid for Orion then. Okay. All right then. Right, we'll wrap that up then for the stewards' review of race 1 then, because we're also doing a lobby refresh. That's just why I sort of got that one over and done with. Normally we wait until the very end for the stewards in, but at least round 1 is done. So just to be clear, what are we doing on JHS with the Pan Am S's? Because as much as the D-Lock slag can be litigated, that was a bit careless.
I think the one on Pan Am's the same as Orion. Whatever. So
Yeah.
Back of grid. Okay. Okay. Pan Am's or JHS sent a race clip.
So look how loose Panam gets, and then well, he does kind of slide, but
Right, so, alright then, if that's done, let's jump back over to... Can I just drag and drop you, guy? Have you got to leave because you're on PlayStation? So drag and drop Joel then.
probably leave.
Anyway, right, let's see back over in general. There we go. Right, so yeah, we've had a look, we've had a chat. Orion, we've decided a back of grid penalty for yourself, and then JHS, it's also going to be a back of grid for JHS. So the next track out then.
wait.
What was on the list that we'd picked? What was our pick?
Sardinia.
Sardegna.
Sardinia A.
A.
Ooh. Certainly.
Now, as much as this track doesn't really hold much in the way of value, I guess, to a lot of races, for everyone else, this is probably one of the most popular tracks to use for the grind. It's the
Stewards.
and for stewards. Most popular steward track, isn't it? Should we run 8 laps on this as well, with the same settings of our 4 times tyre, 9 laps? Yeah, okay, we'll do 9 laps. We'll do 9 laps. I hear 9 laps. Fastest for some settings, real slipstream, yeah, everything else is the same. 10 minutes qualifier. We were going to turn off car collision penalties though. There we go. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Sweet. Okay, let's get ourselves going then for what is the second lobby now. This is all SAS is doing, by the way, for those that wonder why we had to quit the lobby. Blame SAS.
Thanks, SAS.
Yeah, shit, man.
Very nice. Lovely.
So it's SAS's
No
fault
worries, guys.
that I had his Discord volume down, so I couldn't hear him clearly when he said he was taking or going to get his dinner, and then I kicked him.
It's your fault for being late. If you weren't late, this wouldn't have happened.
If I wasn't late, it wouldn't have, because SAS would have then had to have left mid-game to go and get his dinner. JHS is protesting this penalty. Right, take it a slice then with your protest. Hello, Icon. How are we, sir?
JHS, I won't protest that.
Damn it, bro.
Who said if it's a
Even
failed
ultra
project?
out. What the hell is going on?
Tyler Terrible is back. Welcome, Tyler. Icon is also back.
Oh,
Let's go.
No.
Oh, there's the potential, though. There could now have an Austrian 1-2. So I cannot predict how Panam's car will react. His car went onto both sides of the track.
You also have some strength in your mind.
By the way,
that's
this
why you
way.
get two.
I personally
So-
feel you wouldn't have lost much time if you'd have just literally just little quick lift. I don't think you'd have lost much time. And
Yeah.
you would have stayed out of Panam's way, and then you wouldn't have cost Panam to go off into the gravel with that tiny shunt. Like, it wasn't a big shunt, but it was enough to alter his course out onto the gravel. So
Matt, I just listen up.
go on.
If you don't know where his car's going to be, don't go for it.
Yeah, if you don't know where, yeah, good idea. If you don't know where his car's going to be, don't look to put your car there. Man, I would join, but I don't have a Group 3 car on this account, as I made this one to play through the game again. No worries, and say it's, I know the Group 3s, they are a little bit expensive, especially at the starting points of the game. Like, you know, I can remember how much of a graft it was when I first got the game to get my first,
That was the first car I bought.
the first Group 3 win.
Just
I
do
know,
one
but not
track
everyone wants to
experience and
do
you can
that.
afford 3.
Exactly.
That's the point. Yeah, you could go and do some circuit experience. There's plenty of credits available at circuit experience. Just waiting for Tyler Terrible to tick in now.
By the way, this could be sliced 100 top 5.
Oh yes, it could be. It could be. Unfortunately, Jova,
make
you
sure
weren't
it
able to
doesn't
tick another one onto the chart tonight, though, were you?
It's still possible, but unlikely for today.
No, if you get every one.
I wouldn't count it out, but let's see.
I'll help you, Jovo. I'll just punch
I forgot about circuit experience. I'll do that now. No worries. What circuit experience would we say is probably like, you know, some of the easier ones to get done? Personally, for me, I mean, no, it's like, yeah, right. I think Monza is a good one with the Ferrari. That can be done relatively quickly.
Hold now, BB.
Yo.
Yeah, oh, there's high speed ring. That's not too hard.
Wait, I heard no one.
It says I haven't got the tyres. You need sports softs or sports mediums. Well, ideally you need both. So
You mean racing?
yeah, not sports. Yeah,
Can we race on sports tires?
no.
Yeah.
Can tomorrow. We'll be on sports tyres tomorrow.
My name is Iger North one.
We have too many contacts in RDRP, let alone the R3 lobby.
Matt,
Yes.
don't expect much from me today.
Okay, I won't expect too much from you.
You wanna
Okay.
know why?
I would like to know why. Why?
I first time actually played iRacing today. It's actually pretty decent.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I
I don't have anything. I just have like those starter cars yet, but it's pretty good.
Oh, fair
I
play.
don't know how GT physics work now.
Got to
There's so much
reset
different,
yourself.
actually.
You'll
Kinda.
get back into it. Right, Tyler, if you've got them, then go into your car settings and make sure that they're set there when you enter into the race.
Slice, what is a good car here? Not meta good.
Bad luck, GS, and say if you just keep an eye out, hopefully there should be a spot that'll open up at some point. There always is, but it's open lobby. I don't guarantee any spaces for anyone. It's first come, first serve. But if you just watch along and wait for the space, as soon as there is one in the lobby, no matter who it is that leaves, I'll call it for someone else to be able to jump in. Remember though guys, if you're watching you haven't already done so, smash that subscribe button here on the RDR channel to be involved, and make sure you also smash the like button on the stream for us. Thank you guys. I haven't checked the lights today. I haven't seen what we're at.
A
What was
million
this
and two, I
image?
think.
If you've got the racing, if you've got racing mediums, that's fine, but you need racing softs as well. So you need the softs and the mediums to be able to run. So make sure you've got the medium or the softs as well, bud. Hi, just got home, so I'll join when there's a spot. No worries, Dirt Tyres. Dirt Tyres is Blaze for everyone who wonders who that is in game.
Yep.
You cannot use turd tires. This is not Forza.
Is there quality on after this?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
quality, there's quality.
Okay.
10 minutes qualifying. So, right, we've got everyone ticked in. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Trouble which can.
I'll just make sure
That's
that
all right.
everyone is ready for qualifying, and then we'll get going when qualifying goes.
Rip the black sauce.
Troya, ready.
Can I change my car equipment?
Quickly. Like,
No.
You
I'm
need to
getting
be.
in the Viper.
I'm talking lightning fast, boys.
I'm
Alright.
getting in the Viper. Wait. Okay. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
are we all ready? We all done? We all good?
Yep. Slice, let's
Okay.
do the American one too.
Yes.
Oh Christ!
Yeah, Slice, you're not getting
Yeah, I'll
that
go in
100
for it.
podium, mate.
Matt, you
Just
stay in
top
here
five.
or go?
No, it's not.
five,
Yeah,
what
it's
do you
just
mean?
it's
You're not getting
100th top 5. I think he might
Isaiah, so you
be.
wanna just
I'll be honest.
trade animal?
Matt, you stay in here.
Oh,
or
Troy's
go?
on the mediums. Do you know what? I'll run it this time. I'll stay in here. Tyler's also on the mediums. No Luke though. We've lost Luke in the mishaps, which is unfortunate.
Oh, there's someone else that's not called Webby running the Iron Link together too.
I got sports day tomorrow. Lord have mercy.
Huh?
That's what Silly Up Ute said. He's got sports day tomorrow.
Oh
At
my.
school, I
Damn.
imagine.
Yeah, that sounded like a school sports day.
I hope it was a school.
You what? Right, 2 seconds, everyone.
Oi, that
Two,
1, 2.
4, 5.
More than 2 seconds.
Matt's late again. Typical Matt.
For everyone.
He's becoming a bit of a trend now.
He's becoming the Deutsche Bahn.
he is late everywhere.
Wish I
He's
could.
late to his own wedding.
Yes, and to his own funeral.
Right. I fell
Well,
into a
because
chair.
unsurprisingly, the car crashed into a wall.
No. Traffic jam on the way to the funeral.
Right. So, SAS then approaching the last couple of bends to then start his benchmark lap.
So cool.
Of course, he was on board with the commentary for the last race. Although I definitely think he's better off at the racing side of things as he is to the commentary. But here he is on his first flying lap then. That is the one thing that we can count on whenever we see SAS in, is that he will give us a benchmark lap. Bit of a slide there out of the first corner exit. Webby following suit.
People don't know how to behave in quality before we help.
I know.
Just don't be you.
Right, so who else we got in there? Teeny Ping. Let's have a look at Teeny Ping's livery on the M6. It's looking OEM Plus. I like it. JHS once again, Team Spirit M6. Lino, what's Lino in? It's an RSR. A rotiform RSR. Very nice indeed. I like that a lot. That's a very nice livery. Troyer, once again, in the Camel AMG.
Tyre.
Yeah, Tyler's just lost it. I see that, Panam. Another pound from Biking Bros. Thank you, sir. Oh, my hang on, my mouse has stopped working. There we go. Thank you, sir. I was going to get a love heart. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Where's the other one? So I didn't miss any others, did I? No, I didn't. There was just the £2 one earlier and another pound now. Biking Bros. What a gangster. Thank you so much, sir. SAS set a new record. 142.6 for SAS. 143.2 for Webby. Biking Bros, take your pick. Who in the grid would you like me to jump on board with and have a look at? Is there any liveries that you want to see?
Mine. Not Jogo's, still got some. Oh, hi, Sammy.
Absolutely smashed the donos this evening. Thank you, Biking Bros. There's that Jamrock M6 of Deluxe. Goes 5th fastest.
I'm preparing my lap.
He's out the way. Whoever it is.
Yeah, it was me.
Lino's Porsche looks nice. It does.
No.
I'm just trying to have a look through the grid and to get a full idea, I guess, of all the liveries, and then maybe give my thoughts on maybe a top 3 liveries of the event so far. So, of course, the Freedom Corvette of Sliced. I do really love the metallic red that goes underneath the white stripes. It does look really nice, I will be honest. Icon's Viper. Let's have a look around that. Striking colour. Rather simplistic design considering. It's not too taxing on the eyes to look at. Let's have a proper look around them actually. Just while we've got the 5 minutes in timing. Yeah, it's sort of simplistic, sort of manufacturer OEM look, but overall a very nice clean livery indeed, Icon. The standard livery on the GT500 Supra for Tyler, who keeps getting in the way of everyone in qualifying. Tyler, if you could just jump out of the way of faster running people, but that'd be great. Keep an eye on your mini-map and the map up in the top right, and whenever you see someone coming up near you, just shift on over to the side. But yes, of course, there's that gorgeous red colour as I was on about earlier. SAS though in the SMFC M6, as always, it is a nice livery to look at. You know, the colour fades and just the setup of all the sponsorships, etc. It's all very nicely thought out, and it is very nice. I don't really understand why there's a sticker that just says roof on the roof, but I guess it is nice to make sure that everyone knows what they're looking at. Silly up you in the Grove Iron Links AMG, that's rather nice. Stexo going for a Red Bull. Honestly, for a second, I thought it was an R8, but it's not. It's an RSR. Ooh, I quite like Panam's livery in the AMG. It's relatively simplistic with just the stripes, but it's nice the way that it's set out, and the white, it really stands out. I like it. Jolvo in the AMG that we've seen from him all evening, but very striking in colour. Can you tell us a bit more about it, Jolvo?
It's the Purple Beast. It ran on this year's Nürburgring 24.
Nice, okay. I like it. I like it. Of course, the Team Spirit livery that Jolvo's got on his M6. It's got to be said, it is really pretty. It is very pretty indeed. I like it.
But if you are awesome.
So Webby also in the Iron Links AMG, but from a different. Is this from the 24-hour Le Mans? Yeah. It's got 24-hour Le Mans sticker board, so I'd imagine so. But yeah, Gorgeous livery set out again, just very simplistic. I like it. And then, of course, the Jamrock M6 from Deluxe. I always love seeing this whenever I do. It's just the colours, they're so vibrant. The whole thing flows really nicely. It excellently represents the colours of Jamaica. And, you know, it's something which you could literally use in almost like a manufacturer's cup almost, but a fantastic livery indeed. Hazard with the Shadow Realm Racing Supra. Lino, and then we get a closer look at the Rotiform livery for the RSR. It is pretty. It is very pretty. Teeny ping then.
Guys, are you on a fast lap or?
I think so.
141.9 is the fast times. Or there we are. Pan Am just moves out the way. There we are, Tyler. Excellent example of what we look for. But yes, Sliced is on a purple lap, so we would never want him to be interrupted by anyone. So as Pan Am did, just moved himself over to the left and allowed Sliced past. So anyway, the top 3 liveries from the current grid running at Sardegna. Oh Jesus Christ, that was loud. Right, Deluxe gets 3rd place for me. 3rd place on the liveries podium.
Hold on to it!
Oh, stop doing that now, seriously, hang on. At least wait for me to finish doing the top 3 on the liveries and then cock about with them. I think Jolvo's 2nd. Jolvo's 2nd for Beasts of the Green Hell. Oh, of course, Troyer with the Camel AMG. We hadn't had a quick eye up at that, but yes, of course, that's always a strong contender in it. But no, I think my 1st place. Honestly, I'm tied between Lino and JHS, and I know it makes sense for one of them to have just become 2nd, but I really think the 1st place has to go to one of them.
Really up, you'd go out of the way.
I think 1st place might have to go to JHS for the team, because I love this era of Renault F1. I love M6s, and you know, I tolerate JHS.
I don't.
Fair enough. At least you're honest about it. And the honourable mention though will go to Lino's Rotiform Porsche.
My God, I hate myself.
It does get the honourable mention, but as it stands then, Sliced is in 1st, 2nd place goes to Icon. It is the All-American car front 1-2. SAS, he splits them though. SAS says no, he goes 2nd place. Just puts the German in between the 2 Americans, calls them both off.
The German.
We'll have to... yeah, the car, of course.
I was purple and I crashed.
Oh, that's a shame. But Webby 4th, Stexo 5th, Deluxe 6th, Troyer 7th, Siliopute 8th, Pan Am 9th, JHS 10th, Jolvo 11th, Hazard 12th, Lino 3rd, Teeny Pink 14th, Tyler Terrible 15th. So it's not looking too good for the top 5 finishes yet for Jolvo. I don't think he's going to be able to tick over his 100th today, but it is very much likely for Sliced. Is this now his last one?
Yeah, this could be his 100th.
So if he finishes within the top 5 here today, he has reached 100 top 5 finishes, as has Deluxe, who did it first, as has Pan Am, who did it 2nd. He goes fastest again by another 1.5. Get out of the way when you come out of the pits. Yeah, he just sort of tucked himself in there next to JHS. Hey, but at least they get to go side by side now. But yes, Sliced Bread could very well be on for his 100th finish here in Sardegna.
Why do you call my livery OEM Plus? Because my livery is based on the it's from Dakra.
Yeah, I was just, honestly, it's not a livery that I instantly recognised, you know, sort of from the real world, but from what I could see from the colours, it just looked like an OEM-based livery, like a livery that the M factory in Munich would
this was a
produce.
real car, by the way. Competed in 2018 in the Dakar ADTC GG Championships.
Oh, nice, okay. So like, it's even better that it's a real-life livery. Fantastic. I wasn't too sure. It just looked It looked like something BMW would produce, and if that was your attempt to recreate something that BMW would have produced, then a fantastic effort at it.
It wasn't. By the way, I got the livery from someone else, not mine.
Oh, that's all right.
Not mine.
No worries, bud. That's fine. I'd say I wouldn't have said everyone here's made their own liveries, bud. Don't worry about it.
Just me, because I'm cool.
Joe, was das ein Hint, oder? Ja.
Joel did his own. I'm sure there's others who've done their own liveries. I mean, I think D-Lox might have done the Jamrock one. I don't know.
GLR.
Anyway, let's get into race 2 for this evening then. Sardegna A. 9 laps of it. Remember that it's as usual. We've got strategy tonight, so it's going to be racing mediums or racing softs. Best of luck to all the racers. Let's get into 9 laps at Sardegna here in Italy.
Bye-bye, mate.
Didn't JHS and Orion have backup grid pens? JHS did. I know that much for a fact. He's not at the back of the grid. I should have enforced that. It was my fault. Hello, Deluxe. 1/10 from P6 to P11. That is very, very close. It's going to be a very close mid-pack battle. Away they go then. Slice leads the pack away from the start-finish line. Icon instantly follows him, takes back that second position that was stolen last second in qualifying by SAS. He's dropped down now to 4th. He's got Webby, who's gone round him with a lightning start in the Iron Lakes AMG. Webby goes up the inside. There's a fair bit of pushing and shoving. A few people hit the grass. JHS with a big slide. D-Lox one of them. What happened there with D-Lox is a few other people behind him and around. Let's have a look here. He's just sort of in the middle. Whoa! Was that Hazard who came barreling in? I think that might have been Hazard that came barreling. Someone came flying into the first corner. Who was that? I get hit every race. Right, okay, you were rear-ended. Well, you should have just stayed in the race and we would have been able to have a look at it afterwards. Slice, though, well in control of the race from the front now. Icon in second place in that Dodge Viper. SAS also staying close to them. There's a space in the lobby. SAS, he goes wide. I'm not too sure what that was about, but SAS all the way now down into 7th place. Webby occupies 3rd instead, with Troyer chasing closely behind in the Camel AMG. Both of those staring at the back end of 2nd place, which is Icon, and only hoping that they can catch up to Sliced in first. Well, Hazard, instead of leaving, bud, just let us know what's going on, you know, in the chat. You know, take a couple of seconds, instead of putting to I can't be asked, just say this person was involved and we'll have a look. Tyler Terrible, what's gone on here? What's he just done to D-Lox? I don't see D-Lox anywhere nearby. Oh, he's just gone straight into a wall. I mean, this was a 15-second cutback. I didn't see anything. D-Lox, can you let me know what just happened there with Tyler? He's nowhere near anyone. But I can see that you're all the way behind him now, so I think, has he taken you out? I don't know. I think he's nowhere near anyone for me to have a look at his pace. SAS now down in 12th, what a shame. Sliced first, Icon second. Let's go back to the replay camera. Webby in 3rd, Troyer 4th, Stexo in 5th currently. Battling it out, Siliop Ute in... Well, no, Stexo in 5th, Siliop Ute in 6th, JHS in 7th, Panam in 8th, Jolvo in 9th, Lino in 10th, Teeny Ping 11th, SAS 12th. He took me out multiple times. Okay. Well, you're going to get close to him, so let's see what happens. I'll stay on board with you. If I see any sort of foul play from him, I'm just going to remove him from the lobby. Hopefully that should either A, put a stop to it now, or having him hear it, or if not, mate, he'll just be gone now as soon as I see anything going on. Trust me, I'm not going to allow foul play on purpose in the lobbies, mate. Doesn't happen. Right, okay, well, he's clearly lost himself there. That's it, just approach carefully, mate. Right, he's weaving all over the place. I don't know if that was intentional or what, but it looked like he almost brake checking you there, I'm not going to lie. Why is he putting his handbrake up? That's not how he gets positions, I don't know. Anyway, luckily didn't see any more foul play, but Tyler, keep it clean. JHS has once again done something to someone. He was in 9th. Was it Lino? No, I don't know. I can't see anything here. This is the problem with the replays. I can't catch up with any incidents that are going on. Slice made a comment, funnily enough, before we even got started, and he'd said about how this was going to be one of the tracks for the stewards. And I hate to say it, but I think he's right. There's a few incidents here. JHS up against the barrier there. There's a few incidents here that we're going to have to look through. I always feel like I need to stay on board with JHS half the time. Cilio Putin and Stexo having a real good tussle for position here in 5th and 6th. Seen it back and forth a few times. So let's jump on board with Cilio Pute's perspective of it. He's got Panam very close behind. Of course, Panam's just clipped the wall though, unfortunately. So he's not going to be staying too competitive with this battle just right now. I've just switched back over to the main camera. That wasn't meant to happen. There we go. Oh, there's 0.5 between the pair. Panam's now 1.2 back from this battle. How's it going up front? Sliced and Icon still within a second of each other, and do you know what? Fair play to Webby in the AMG as well, in 3rd place, for being able to stay relatively with these two with the pair here. Of course, both of these are confident A+ drivers, very, very fast around any circuit indeed. You know, to see just about a second between these two, but then nearly just over a second between themselves, and a B-rated driver of Webby. You know, it's I wouldn't have said Webby is B pace. I think he's A or even A+, but his in-game stats says BS. Do you recommend I donate £50 to you? Mate, if you want to donate £50 to me, I'm not going to stop you. If you don't want to donate £50 to me, I'm not going to hold it against you. Don't worry. However much you want to donate, mate, it's up to you. Until next Tuesday, greetings from Netherlands. No worries, GS. Shame you weren't able to jump in for another run, mate, but we'll see you next week. Nearly a 2-second gap, though, has now opened up between Webby and Icon. Slice and Icon still staying very, very close together. Webby, Troyer then is 5 seconds back from the next racer. Stexo now in front of Cilio Pute in 5th position. He is chasing Troyer down. 4.5 seconds is the gap between them. Let's go back on board then with Cilio Pute's point of view. Here he comes. D-Locks rammed me into a wall. Do you know what, mate? I'm not surprised. I think you might have earned that one. Let's go back down to 14th. I mean, you're nowhere near D-Locks right now. But there was a few incidents where he said you'd rammed him, and if I'm honest, mate, I did see a few things. I will be honest. I saw a few things that I wasn't too pleased with. Nearly removed you from the lobby if I had seen anything else. But let's try and keep it as clean as we can, please. I saw a teeny ping punt, a huge punt. What? Where to? What? That's mean. Do you know what? These top 3 are running incredibly close, and fair play to them. Troyer in 4th now, Cilio Pute in 5th, SAS 6th. Of course, Stexo jumped into the pits. He's come out in front of Jolvo and Panam. I didn't do anything, he took me out. Don't worry, D-Locks, and say I didn't see anything. We'll go back and we'll double check and have a look. But Tyler, you could end up with some penalties here, but depending on what's happened, we'll have a look. I mean, we'll take it for how we see it on the replays, okay? And say don't go arguing your points off into the chat now. We'll have a look afterwards. D-Locks is not a cheater. Deluxe is one of the most competent and fastest and reliable racers that we do here. He hasn't missed a Tuesday in, I want to even say months. He has twin turbo and nitro. I think he's got 3 turbos actually. Webby in the pits from 3rd. He's looking for the potential undercut on Sliced and Icon. Not too sure he's going to get a complete undercut, but he may well put himself back into that fight when these two come to pit, especially if these two are dropping time on their tyres now. Could well or very well be a bold move from Webby, we'll see, but he's come out in 5th from the pits. SAS just in front in 4th. Silly Up You also in the pits. He started on soft by accident, but he's now onto his mediums. That's all good. Don't worry about it, but don't say if you start on one, just finish on the other. It doesn't really matter too bad. Okay, I have 500k now, and we'll buy a Group 3 car. Yes, Biking Bros, get in here. Get in here and get racing, man. Big battles between these three, all the way back here from Silly Op Ute. Let's have a look. Bumper to bumper for Panam and Jolvo in the AMGs. All 3 AMGs, actually, fighting it out here. Lovely clean racing from these three. Close racing at that too. Look at the gap between these two racers. Barely a smidge between them. Tyler, you're going to get a minute penalty if you don't pit, mate. Just saying. If you think you can go to the end on those mediums, by all means, but you'll have a minute penalty and you're in last anyway, bud. Just saying. I wouldn't add it and make it worse. Mandatory pit stops are on. You have got to pit. Lap 7 underway now with Sliced Bread at the helm. He's still on the softs. Icon peels off 4 seconds behind into the pits and switches over to his mediums. Troyer, he still hasn't pitted off his mediums either, but he's going for another lap on them. SAS, he's still on the softs, I believe, so fair play to him for being able to go for this long. Although I'm seeing a P on his lap there, but I don't think he has pitted. No, looking at his time, he hasn't pitted anyway, but he is losing a bit of time now with those softs starting to wear out. Icon, of course, now on to his mediums, just to finish the stint off. Webby, also on mediums, having pitted a few laps ago. It's just 4.5 seconds off Icon, so he hasn't come too far down the pack. Or he hasn't lost too much time at all from his earlier pit stop. Slice, though, 15.5 seconds in front of Troyer, which is, of course, the next man down who hasn't pitted. A fair distance between the two. SAS, I think, on a bit of a recovery charge here. Didn't have the best of starts to the race, but he's off now. Currently in 3rd, of course, still, again, needs to pit himself. Where's he at? He's 18 seconds. He's probably going to come out 6th or 7th. Stexo here in 6th. Of course, Stexo has also pitted. He's now on his softs until the end. Jolvo also on softs until the end. I think he might have actually pitted there, lap 2. I'm not too sure. Panam pitted lap 3. So he's also on his softs until the end. Battling it out with Jolvo. I put it but didn't change anything. Well, that doesn't count, mate. You're still going to get a minute penalty. You've got to use your racing softs and your racing mediums. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting minute penalties. So, SAS, he flies into the lead of the race. Sliced, of course, he's come out behind him. What tyres do we need? Racing softs and racing mediums, Biking Bros. As Tyler has unfortunately just found out, Tyler will be receiving a minute penalty at the end because he didn't change his tyre compound. So you need to run both tyres throughout the race. Tyre degradation is on, so as we can see here with SAS's tyres in the bottom left, they are looking very, very worn now. He is losing his time, if we can see on the right. He was putting in a 142, but he's now consistently sat at around 144.8. He's on pace at the moment to do a 142. He's got blue flag coming up in the form of Tyler. But I don't see SAS being able to go much further on these softs. He's going to be pitting over for the mediums, I'd imagine, anytime soon. But Sliced, the provisional race leader, is just behind him there with Icon 3.5 seconds out. Webby, though, in 4th, also having pitted early. He, I think, will be going 3rd when it comes to the pit stop. So, there we are. SAS now trying to get round Tyler. I think there was a bit of contact from Tyler there. Let me just go back a couple of seconds and see what just happened. Yeah, Tyler turned into him. Yeah, Tyler, mate, unfortunately, I'll be asking you to leave the racing lobby after this one, okay? I'm not having that, bud. I'm just going to stay on board with Tyler then, because he's got blue flags coming up behind him. He should be out of the way, but he is not. He's blocking Icon, and then brake checks him. Okay, so I know we're just about to finish the race, but I'm sorry, this is not happening. I'm not having this. Out you go, mate. So on to the final lap then. Tyler, I'm sorry, man, but you don't do that, mate. You don't do that ever in our lobbies, alright? Simple as. And as long as you race like that, I'm going to ask you not to come back to the Group 3 lobbies, okay? In fact, I'm probably going to ask you not to turn up to any of the racing lobbies, because in any form of racing scenario, we don't accept that. We don't accept that at all, mate. I don't actually know who came in. I don't know, but we don't take that in any way, mate. But well done to Webby for staying on the podium now, of course, as we're on the final lap. This looks to be the final running order. Stexo has had a phenomenal race as well to secure himself 4th. Another top 5 finish for Stexo, fantastic. But of course, Sliced Bread is the one that I want to have a quick talk about. He will be receiving his 100th top 5 finish here, and what a way to do it. From the front of the grid, in your Corvette, the Freedom Mobile, followed behind by Icon, a fellow A+ driver in the Viper SRT. So Pablo Chacon, PD Snow, welcome in, PD Snow, long time no see. Thank you for unsubscribing, Tyler, if that was you. Slice then in 1st place to receive his 100th top 5 finish. Well done to PHG Sliced. Icon in 2nd place. Congratulations. Webby now approaches the line in 3rd place. Phenomenal stuff, Webby. Troyer 4th with Stexo behind in 5th. Very close battle between these two indeed. Stexo just losing 4th place there at the end. That's a shame. Jovo in 6th. Panam in 7th. SAS in 8th. Silly Opute in 9th, JHS in 10th, followed though by Lino and Deluxe, still tight between these, so I don't want to call them just yet, but from what I can see, it is JHS in 10th, but a photo finish with Lino, no, it's Lino 10th, JHS in 11th, Deluxe, sorry, Deluxe in 12th, Teeny Ping now approaches the line in 13th. It wasn't me, I'm still staying stubbed, and it ain't your fault Deluxe doesn't know how to drive. Well, Deluxe does know how to drive, mate. Someone else unsubbed anyway, fair play.
Matt, let me send you an amazing little video clip quickly.
An amazing little video clip. Okay, that's going to basically a nice way to say you're grassing on someone, fair enough.
Yes. Well, no, it is actually.
But well done, Sliced, of course, on your 100th top 5 win. Well done. Mate, honestly, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a fair few incidents involving Tyler here tonight. Deluxe does know how to drive. He's one of our most competent racers. Tyler was the one that was causing incidents throughout the grid with everyone else.
Just not his internet.
Yeah, the one thing that we have a problem with Deluxe is his internet.
I'll be right back.
Roger that.
He's competent, just not his internet. So.
As quick as I can, okay?
Okay. That space is probably going to go, Teeny Ping, I'm not going to lie. I can't guarantee any spaces. And there is one in the... There we are, space is gone.
Who is it?
Deluxe, don't worry about it. I don't in any way think that it's you at fault, mate. Welcome back, though, Luke. Unfortunate that the Biking Bros wasn't able to grab that spot. Just hopefully on the next one, but it's still processing
Even
SAS. It's
more
not
of these
sent.
people, seriously.
What do you mean,
These
even more
people.
of these people? I know. What are you on about? Pablo Chacon, by the way, is PT Snow.
talking
He's
about the blacks.
oh my god.
No, that is not what I'm talking
Let's
about
keep
today.
that. Let's keep racism to an absolute zero tolerance here, please, fellas.
It's not me, it's Pattern. So.
The words came out of your mouth.
Anything about that, bro.
Yeah, he's the one who said these people.
It was the words out of your mouth which made
Let's
me say to
try
keep
hard.
racism zero tolerance.
SAS,
I was just.
No, we don't stand for that. Come on. There we go. Now the clip's loaded. Okay.
I don't know how far back that clips, but actually, yeah, it's far enough. Just watch the whole thing because it gets worse and worse.
Someone punted someone into you.
Just keep on.
I
watching
think
it, it gets
Troyer
worse.
might have punted.
Oh yeah, level 1, yeah.
Oh, someone just caught the barrier and got jumped back a fair bit.
Oh man, it's full. The server's full.
And then you get rammed from.
I'm driving the C-Tron next race, I don't care.
Oh, who ran Jolvo off? There was no way that was Jolvo, or was that when? Yeah, you were up against it. You were bullied a bit there.
Get it.
Yeah, I think I was.
What are we talking
What do you mean the whole stream's about racism? Shut up, JHS.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, I have saved that replay, haven't I? Okay, yes, I have. Where are we off to next?
Oh yeah, that, yeah. Road Atlanta.
Ooh, one of the more popular tracks here at the RDR. We should do a lobby refresh with stewards. Got to go by, lads. Tara, silly up, Ute. Best of luck in your sports day tomorrow, bud. Someone's initializing.
It's TP again, yeah. There we go.
There we are. See, your pig's found his
Wait,
way
I'm
back
back.
in, is
I'm
he?
back. I'm back.
Fantastic. I brake because you front
I was
braked.
just modifying my car a bit.
Okay. So we're just loading ourselves in now, waiting for everyone to get to here. There we go. Another session with 10 minutes of qualifying. We're not going to jump out to do stewards now. Although the stewards in between each race is a potential idea that we could look into, because I feel like while it's still fresh in the mind, it could also be worth looking at. Like dropped. Muchas gracias, Peter or PT Snow. Nice to see you back, mate. It's been a long time. Hope you're keeping well, bud.
I'm gonna drive an ugly livery.
Like Petey has, though, guys, make sure to smash the like button on the stream for us.
Time
Lino,
to
how
drive
have
an
you
ugly-
got to e-driver rating? You were higher than that before, weren't you?
You, me, and Jay just actually have.
Yeah, no, he just said that in the
Silly
stream,
Opute
bro.
says that you need to get your anger issues sorted, Panam.
That's,
Unlucky pair.
that's coming from a guy that didn't get out of the goddamn
Mate, you're
racing
proving him
car
wrong,
when
yeah.
I'm on the
I'm
first stop.
proving him right. I mean.
You are a little bit, mate. You are a little bit.
Yeah,
That,
might
that
be,
was
I
a
don't
big
care.
nibble.
I do not care. I'm German, what do you expect?
Ah, fair enough, Petey. Fair enough, Petey. It was good that you're busy,
Hey,
man,
you
but
said
also
nickname.
glad that you're back, mate. Glad to see you back.
Somebody else.
Right, are we all ready for qualifying? Considering everyone's had a fair bit of practice here.
Not me, I've never driven this track.
Me neither.
Neither.
What is this? Where does the track go? What do I need to do? Where do I brake?
If you consider yourself,
driving an ugly
if you
livery.
consider yourself a rooted member of the RDR community,
I'm not.
We're not.
No, I'm not. This is my first.
and
stream, I think.
you've
Might be my second,
you
actually.
consider yourself a member of the RDR community, and you've never run Road Atlanta, you've got to ask yourself: are you really? This
No,
is what is this?
I never
The
said I
second?
was,
Is this
so-
the second most popular? Well, no, Panam, because you're a bloody admin.
And
This is the second most used track, yeah.
What's the channel name? Yeah, this is the second most run track that we do here on the RDR channel.
What's the most?
Reparate.
Oh.
But it is a good track.
What's the third?
Seaside.
Yeah,
Seaside. What the hell?
Yeah.
Suzuka.
Suzuka is actually
Where's
quite
where's-
low on our list, I think. I think Fuji's quite high as well, isn't it?
Where's
Fuji's higher
Nürburgring on
than
the list?
Suzuka.
Nürburg's up there.
Not very high.
Which layout? That's the question.
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
run
it's
different layouts.
I
Where's
think
tourist
any
farm?
layout, Nerb might be on top.
Right, best of luck then. 10 minutes of qualifying underway, 2 minutes continuation time. Let's see who's going to be the fastest here at Road Atlanta.
Not JHS.
Well, he's claiming it could be, so we'll see. But of course, with Icon in the ranks, SAS, Slice there also on the grid, Pablo Chacon, Mr. PT Snow, another one that could potentially unsettle the ranks at the top. Luke. I don't think you do. I think Luke might have smashed it last time, I think.
No, you
Check,
didn't.
wait.
If I'm right, I think...
Atlanta, SAS is still out, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, so SAS is still... Oh, no, it was... Was it Luke that smashed 2 of Icon's records?
And there is no
Yes.
Quentin to slow
Yes.
you down.
Yeah, he's not beating this time. Whatever. But listen, what's the fastest lap now here?
The fastest lap.
What's the fastest lap?
Fastest... It always goes off race pace, though.
17.8.
17.881 in
Okay.
race.
What's quality?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, I think it's like an 18-1.
Alright.
Okay,
By
I
who,
can
though?
check for the
By me?
16 and
I think so.
I think that's
Loving the leader.
None. I only got a
He then crashed in
61
turn
Pan
1,
Am.
so don't worry.
D-Lock has set Tomahawk.
Yeah, that
What?
happens.
just for the 16 too.
Oh, he hasn't.
Should be enough for pole.
He's got a Jamrock M6.
That's crazy.
Tomahawks aren't allowed.
Tomahawk's only mean
Can I drive the Tomahawk Street version?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe then I'll actually finish in the top 5.
I don't know.
That's why you can't, mate.
I know, Pan Am, you have really gone mid-pack this this Group 3 session.
You've fallen off, mate.
Yep.
SAS, you just keep getting smacked with bad luck.
Yeah, I know. It's
Okay,
just kind of
bro.
what happens?
I mean, to be fair, Pan Am in race 1, we can somewhat blame JHS.
We can somewhat blame basically everyone that wasn't like Live or Luke, because they were never even close to me to be able to kill me. I got killed by like 6 different people.
Bit of a wobble there out of the bottom box section for SAS.
Yeah, this lap's rubbish already. Took too
Bro,
much
what is going
curve
on here?
the one
No,
turn.
no, this isn't last race. This is the 3rd race. We've got another 2 to do after this.
This is the final race of the day, guys. Make sure you.
Well, you're
get
going
your
off after this, are you?
No, it's just the last one. Of the
That was a
day.
corner cut.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
Yep.
never mind.
No, do you know what? I gave you a second over 0.5 there because you denied it. I know, Biking Bros. I know. As soon as one pops up, I will call it, mate.
He's donated
You're
over
up.
£3 and you won't even let him in. It's crazy.
Hey, you're saying a whole £3 is different. He has donated. He has donated, and I would
Yeah,
love to see
exactly,
him in the
a whole
lobby.
£3.
No, I would love to, but if I start allowing people who donate to go ahead of everyone else, that's giving everyone who's paying an
Then you'll
advantage.
be more wealthy, so.
I mean,
Money
has the
method. Oh my god.
Tyler, you
Money
won't,
method.
mate. I will say, Tyler, you won't be joining. You won't be joining, mate. That you're done for the evening, mate. And so you can take your helmet off. You can sit in the pits, but you're not joining.
No, I think you should let him in.
I really am refusing to take your advice.
Can I do this in quali? Because it really doesn't do anything in quali.
Can you what?
I won't do it in the race. The grass penalty thing.
Ah, yeah, you better not as well. Mate, you can join. I'm just going to kick you, and then it's going to be wasted effort. But I don't think you can join anyway, because I kicked you from this lobby, I think. So yeah, I don't think you can join this lobby anyway, bud.
And that.
5th with a 1 second penalty, that's not too bad.
Yeah, everyone below me was just.
But no, Biking Bros, hopefully a spot does pop up, and I hope you can take it.
Oh, always penalties.
Sliced with the 118.9 so far is the fastest in qualifying. I'm going to type every emoji. Okay. Goes fastest again, another time now of a 118.5. Luke looking close on the medium tyres. 119.2 is his fastest so far. 118.1 though for Icon. He goes faster than Sliced.
No.
JHS goes fourth, 119.4 in the Ferrari. A 120.052 for Troy, placing him 8th. Pablo Chacon picks up a 0.5 penalty, but he's sat currently 7th with a 119.7. Pan Am, a 119.6. Looking a lot more comfortable here at Road Atlanta than he has done throughout the rest of this evening. Jolvo there, doing a little bit of trimming of the grass just before the race happens, making sure it's at the correct level. Honourable of you.
Exactly.
Where are we looking then? Who is faster?
Not me.
I'm not hearing that purple sound anywhere, apart from on board with Icon. Icon could potentially be better in his own time here. Let's have a look. Yes, he is. He's 0.2 up.
This pit entry is horrible.
I like this pit entry.
It could catch a lot of people out.
It will.
A few people tearing off into the pits. Webby, 119.5, puts him 5th, fastest. Knocks Stexo and Pan Am down 1. Pablo Chacon now down to 8th. Troy 9th. Deluxe 10th. SAS 11th. Blaze 12th. Lido 13th. Teeny Ping 14th. And Jolvo down in 15th. But Jolvo now starts a flying lap. Let's watch then as he tackles the first sector here. Just piloting Rexy through the curves here, down through the S's. A little bit of a jump off that curb, but I don't think it's cost him too much time. Lovely entrance onto the downhill S's now. Looking to complete this first sector in a lightning time. Beautiful exit there off that corner out of the S's. He's 1 second up on his best time so far. It's looking good up until now. Of course, Icon on an outlap, so he won't be a pressing issue for Jolvo. Navigates through the box section nicely. Just Pan Am up ahead. Hopefully there's no interruption from Pan Am. He has seen him coming. It's looking good for Jolvo, though. Currently, a little bit of slipstream as well, just to see him on to the final sector here. 5 seconds up from his previously registered time. 119.1 for Webby, 3rd place. Nice lap from Webby. Wasn't the best chicane there for Jolvo, but it hasn't cost him too much. Not cost him too much. A 119.6 places him 7th on the grid. A much better outlook than 15th, I'm sure, for him. Icon, though, still 0.3 ahead. Deluxe goes with a 119.9. It's crazy how close all the mid-pack are once again. All the way down from Luke's lap here of a 119.2. Yeah, I don't think Tyler started, let alone give up, mate. He said he was going to type every emoji. I've seen 2. So it was a good attempt either way. Stexo less than a 10th. What appears to be the egg emoji and the little smug face. SAS in 3rd currently with a 118.7 on the board. Goes a little bit wide out the S's, just backs out of his lap there. I don't think it would have been on after that exit there at the first chicane bit. I'll say first chicane bit. It's would we class that first little bit as a chicane? I would.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, where Slice is entering into now, this little chicane, it didn't have the best of exits out of it, but Slice has been able to get through nice enough. Ooh, Sliced is looking for a better time. Not quite purple yet, but faster than his previous lap. If he stays exactly on the pace he is now, he will go purple. Oh, into TD Ping on the box section. Unfortunately for Sliced Bread, that has cost his lap dramatically. Hopefully, though, with the 2 minutes, he will have enough time to go for another lap. He's just going to let this traffic go here. He's a bit angry with Teeny Ping, I will be honest. He doesn't look too happy about it. Which is understandable. He was purple. It was looking like a good lap for him. Teeny Ping is crazy. Well, at least he has apologised for it.
No!
Do you know what?
I
I don't get that with the whole final lap thing. I don't get why it does that, because there's 2 minutes of continuation time. You'd definitely be able to get another lap in.
If the time runs out, it's off.
I reset the only lap that was actually faster.
Right, I'll be back for the start. Give me a second.
Should we try and get the start done really fast?
Who fuck over this or what?
Yeah, it's another minute and a half of just watching the cars trundle round. But yeah, Teeny Ping, if in qualifying, mate, if we can just keep ourselves off the track when other drivers nearby, just reset yourself. You're not racing, it doesn't matter about your pace so much, it's just purely about getting a clean lap out. And of course, you'd want that for yourself, as to have the gap in front of you and not be surrounded and in the middle of other drivers.
Finally a good lap. My god.
Third place, though, secured last minute for Panam with a 118.6. Just under half a second off the pace lap of Icon with his 118.1. Sliced, of course, in between with the 118.288.
I'm not a big fan of the track.
Luke in 4th, SAS 5th, Webby 6th, Stexo 7th, JHS 8th, Jolvo 9th, Pablo Chacon, Mr. PD Snow in 10th, Deluxe in 11th, Troyer 12th, Blaze in 13th, Lino 14th, and Teeny Ping in 15th.
5.2
Blame Luke for hitting me.
Panam, bro, I
Can I
swear.
blame you for hitting me?
Only lap I was
cannot hear
improving.
people.
Huh?
I cannot hear
I'm sorry for slide.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, I can't hear
It was because Luke bumped into me while I was doing my
This
lap.
was literally the only lap I actually had free
Oh,
AR.
Panam, I was in a 17, I
Oh
went
boy,
back
this
to
track
pits
is my
thinking
least
I could go
favorite, 'cause I
faster,
get
and then I
so much
messed up the
fun.
other lap. Great.
Right, so are we all ready and on our correct tyres for the strategies that we want to run for race 3?
Maybe SAS isn't.
I don't think SAS is, no.
No,
He said
I'm
he'd be
back.
back. Oh, you are back. Fantastic, okay. Right,
Oh,
well, if everyone is on the right tyres, then should we get ourselves underway with race 3 here at Road Atlanta? I'd say everyone's ready. Let's get into it.
Welcher Reifen bist du, Bro?
Medium.
Okay, die zweite.
Right, best of luck to all of the racers then. There we are, the lights are up. Ooh, I see a jump there at the back from an M6. Not too sure who that is, but Icon and Sliced are away first and second. Luke in third, and he's next to Panam in fourth. So JHS in the Golden Buck Ferrari just pushes himself up, but pushes a bit too wide. Sliced goes round. What happened there? Oh, he just caught the grass and he goes round. That's unfortunate. Off the back of his 100th top 5 finish, not the start, which I think he would have been after. Same for Pablo Chacon. Bit of a rough exit, or rough first section at least. Panam now in second place. Luke in third, battling it out with SAS in fourth. Webby, touch there from Luke. I think Webby, I'd like to see that position handed back if possible. There was a fair bit of contact between you and Luke there. Not too sure exactly what had happened. That may be something that we have to look back from, but Luke certainly took the brunt of it. I mean, although it looks like a position maybe handed back in the least sort of taxing way there, so I'm happy with that either way. Luke back up into 4th in the chase now, with SAS in 3rd. So SAS now finds himself on the podium. Well, first lap complete as well, which is of course the danger zone here in the RDR lobbies. An attack back though from Webby. Wants to take the position from a clean standpoint. Luke running a little bit wide there across the start finish. Just tucks him down into 5th place for the first corner. Goes wide onto the outside, dancing away in the mirrors of that AMG. Really making Webby work for that 4th place and to hold it off from him. So we could very well be in the midst of a fantastic attack here. Of course, Webby is on the optimal tyres for the grip, but not for the distance. I think Luke might have the upper hand on the mediums here for the distance, especially with the wear indicators. These mediums here on Luke, they look brand new. Can already see though here on Webby's that there is a little bit of damage, especially on that front left. It's a very left-sided taxing car. Mediums for Pan Am, softs for SAS, and mediums for our race leader Icon, who has currently he's nearly completed his 2nd lap, and he's nearly checked out now with a 2.5 second gap already to 2nd place. Pan Am battling away though from 3rd. He wants the silver medal. Let's see from his point of view then, as SAS, a little bit of snap oversteer on the outside. Ooh, Pan Am, interesting strategy from the mediums now. Lap 2 in, he goes over to the softs, as does Icon actually. Could that be the strategy that they look for? I think SAS is playing the same strategy, but just on the reverse side. You right, Dev? Yeah, it's Danny okay. Fair play. Oh, as long as she's okay. Oh, there we go. Webby though in 2nd. He put about a second between himself and Luke. Luke, of course, though, is on the medium tyres and the softs for Webby, so we could be seeing a switch over for the tyres at some point. These two will then break, and they'll probably meet again once both pit stops have been completed. For now, though, it's 3.5 seconds lead for SAS. Where is our previous race leader? He's currently down in 12th. He's got Pan Am 3.5 seconds behind. How much longer? Well, this is race 3 out of a total 5 that we're trying to complete tonight, but if I'm honest, I'm really starting to get worn out, so I think we might just do the 5 races and finish. So this is race 3. We've got another 2 races to go. I don't think we're going to be running a steward section because, yeah, I'd rather just chill out, like. But we are still going to be running for another 2 races after this. Full seconds is though the gap now between SAS in 1st and Webby in 2nd. Luke has trimmed that gap down ever so slightly to just under a second to Webby. You're back. Welcome back, Biking Bros. Trimmed it to just about a second, but of course, Webby's just opened it right back up for just over a second. So they're just sort of teetering in between the two for these two. Stexo once again up in 4th. A strong race for Stexo so far. Hopefully, it's going to go well for Stexo. JHS in 5th in the Golden Bok Ferrari. He's not doing too bad behind Stexo so far. What would make it a bit more entertaining for you, Tyler? Give me a suggestion then to make it more enjoyable to watch. I'd hate for you to be bored. Not even halfway. Halfway of doing what? Or are you on about just the whole thing? Or is this because you're now banned and you can't partake? Because like some people that can partake just like watching it. About typing every single emoji. Sorry. I thought you were... you're still on that? Well, fair play to you. Luke in the pits then, on through the mediums. SAS has got Webby breathing down his neck. Must have been a mistake from the Brit in the M6. Especially for Webby to be within 0.6. He was nearly 4 seconds out in front, so something big has happened. Stexo, though, he's near 10 seconds behind that leadership battle as of current. Of course, though, once pit stops have happened, that will be changing round. Stexo go on board with the rear camera then as Desc. So, in fact, the rear camera of JHS, as he's under fire from Troyer. How can he deal with it then? How does JHS deal with this attack now from the Frenchman Troyer behind? So far, he's dealing with it well. So far, it's not too taxing on him. I mean, he's definitely there. 0.3 out. It's going to be happening. Is it going to be here on the chicane where he makes the move? Whoa, yellow flag. What's happened here? Why is there a yellow flag? Is there someone in last just parked? No, Teeny Ping's there. Webby's out in front. SAS. Oh, it must have been SAS who had the issue then. Yeah, it must have been. Oh. Bloody thing. Right, there we go. Spectate Blaze, please. Hashtag UK. Blaze down in 9th. In the Lone Star RSR. Just coming out of the pit exit. It's got Deluxe in 9th, who he'll be just popping out behind. Well, there he is. Oh, he's crossed the pit lane and he's picked up a 3-second penalty. That is unfortunate. But yeah, the Lone Star, the Lone Star Porsche is a lovely livery. He's used it quite a few times. It's always a pleasure to see. I'm a big fan of Pablo Chacon's livery, though. To be honest, it's all customised for him and of course his channel, and no, I like it. I'm a big fan of that. Stacks, of course, with the Red Bull RSR. It's rather nice. Lino with the well, it's just sort of gone for the reserved Red Dragon Racing livery inspired Supra. I'm glad to see that out, actually. Big fan of that. Thank you, Lino. And then Teeny Pings in a Hyundai. Interesting choice, but it's nice to see the variety on the grid. So lap 7 in now. SAS still on those softs, and as we can see, it's now becoming taxing for him. Just riding the barrier there and hanging on for dear life as he's through the first section. JHS in the Golden Buck 458 again, still yet to pit on those softs, but he's put himself into second. Icon then, the previous race leader, just 7 seconds now off the pace of SAS on the fresher softs, having pitted earlier on. Picks up a 0.5 penalty there through the first section, but not too taxing on him as Pan Am is in 4th. How much do you charge SAS to mow the lawn? Well, it doesn't do it by an hour rate because he gets across it very fast, but he definitely does visit it at least once a week. So yeah, it's just more of a weekly pay basic, I think. And yeah, he's paid by most of the tracks here on Gran Turismo to trim the grass, as is Jolvo, as we found out earlier. It's just making sure it was at the right level to race on, that was all. So then, do we see SAS peel into the pits now? He knows his tyres don't have the life left. JHS is in a similar boat, although he has got that little stint extra on the tyres. No, SAS is going for another lap on these softs. I'm not too sure if that's the best option there. Like 24 seconds off his last lap time, knowing he's capable of the 118s and then not to dip below a 120 in the last 4 laps. I'm really not too sure what's going through his mind at the moment with these tyres. Or with his strat. I think he is just sort of winging and hoping for the best here. 3.5 seconds though is the gap between himself and JHS. Icon is peeling the gap down fast. Yeah, the RDRP will be returning probably next week. Pan Am. Has Pan Am pitted? I think so. I think he pitted lap 2 to lap 3. Looking at the time there, so potentially Pan Am could very well be looking here for a second place behind Icon once JHS and SAS pit, so long as of course Pan Am has pitted. If he hasn't, and that was just a longer lap on lap 3, then I don't know, we'll have to see. Sliced, when did Sliced pit? Yeah, Sliced also pitted lap 2, I think. Either that or he just had a terrible second lap, I'm not too sure, but he's currently running in 5th. Luke just behind him then in 6th. So SAS is now tearing off into the pits for the final lap to be finished on the mediums. JHS follows suit as well. He's now into the pits. which leaves Icon to resume control of the race once again. Pan Am, he follows through and he goes to second place then. It's a nice finish here for Pan Am. Slice also then takes third. Back onto the podium then for him. Luke then up into fourth. Webby fills out our top 5. SAS, he comes out in 6th. D-Locks very close behind now in 7th. The battle will definitely be unfolding on this final lap between these two. We'll have a look back through up the grid as well just before we enter the last sector, just to jump on board with Icon. So I know I missed it, I think, last race for when the winner crossed the line. It's just easier if I just have myself offline. It's just personal preference, mate. So I don't think much is going on there. So we'll just jump back on board then with the leader as he heads down towards the final chicane for the final time. A little bit of weaving from Icon there in celebration. Ooh, he's actually let Pan Am through. He's let Pan Am into the lead of the race in the final sector of the Road Atlanta race. Not too sure what that was in aid of, but congratulations as we're now on board with Pan Am as he takes the checkered flag in first. Icon in second place. Slice now finishes in third. Luke in fourth and Webby approaching the line in fifth. SAS in sixth. Backwards actually in sixth, but he still makes it across the nonetheless. D-Locks in seventh. JHS in eighth. Ooh, just about in eighth. Stexo actually robbed Jolvo of his ninth place there. Takes it himself. 9th, 10th for Jolvo, unless of course he had a penalty. 11th for Blaze. 12th for Lino, who also joins backwards. Will Pablo Chacon be joining the backwards club as he finishes the race in 13th? No, he won't. Troyer will, though. He'll take the backwards club in 14th. What about Teeny Ping and that Hyundai? How is the finish for Teeny Ping? It's nice and mature. No worries at all. I got stuck in the pits. Oh, that's a shame, Stemmer. That is a shame, Stexo. But, of course, well done to Pan Am. That last section victory. Thanks. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Loons. I just booted you then, love. I know you scared you then. I'm sorry, darling. That was accident. That was accident. But no, a fantastic race indeed for the racers. Well done to everyone for your positions. And of course, well done to Pan Am for the race win. Not too sure why Icon passed it over to you, but fair play.
Don't worry.
There was some German shenanigans going on there.
Oh, there was...
Or something else.
Oh, right.
Something else.
Okay.
Nah, he wanted me to change my vote for something. For a race.
The thing is, there was like a one-make race
So-
in that one league we were doing.
Are you telling me
And the
you tried to
Volvo-
leverage him into... You basically
Yeah.
leveraged him into the decision.
Look.
Okay.
The GT3 RS, the Porsche was winning, and I want the Chiron to win. I want to have a Chiron one-make. Favorite
And
car, what
I'ma
can I
be
do?
real. I'ma be real. I asked if he can give me the win, and he said he gave the condition.
Yeah.
Listen, it's up to
I'll
you
give a
guys.
win for it.
It's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do in whatever way. I'm not involved in that. I just watch it. But if you guys fancy it, if you want to hand over your win, then that's fine. That's your
Matt,
decision.
I want to say something. Mid-straight, you know
I
when I
hate
had a
this track.
penalty. My
I
wheel
really hate
died,
this
so I
track.
was on controller for the rest.
Oh, never.
I just couldn't do anything. It just accelerated.
Where are we off to? Where are we off to next, then, guys?
We're going to Barcelona.
Ooh.
I don't like Barcelona. I support Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
let's scrap Barcelona, please.
That wasn't a very widely accepted. We're going to go no chicane, but that wasn't a very widely accepted.
Or just do not Barcelona, because it doesn't. I don't think
Both are
anybody
shit,
apart
I'm
from
I'm
happy.
a Real Madrid
I
fan
love
and
that
don't like
track. I
Barcelona.
love that track.
Yeah, there's one person saying they like it, so
Make it the rallycross.
Yeah, we'll do.
no
I'll do
chicane.
rallycross.
Exactly.
Do rallycross. Do
Oh my God, we're not doing
Yeah.
rallycross.
Please do
No.
rallycross.
No.
How are we supposed to race GT3s there?
We don't.
This is not Forza, bro.
No, we're going to stick with it. We're going to stick with it.
No. El Matt's in the chat.
Unfortunate.
El Matt's in the chat.
I'd rather we didn't have any LMATs, but fair enough if you guys want to throw some in. Deep Forest Raceway, thanks.
Yeah. D-Force is such
W man, thank you, Icon.
Okay.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Pam.
It's such a... Like, D-Force is like, there's like that three holy trinity of flat tracks. D-Force is just the mid one. Deep Grand Valley is the worst, and Trial Mountain is the good one.
I didn't rig driver of the day vote. I was goated.
JHS, mate, listen. I asked for the Huron race for 5 years, okay? The Porsche race already happened as well. Just, if you also vote for the Huron, bro, come on. If you vote for it, it can actually win. It will happen no matter what, just so you know that. So either get over it now or not.
This is about another league. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that's
JHS,
about
come on.
Doesn't matter.
Right, anyway,
Hey,
guys,
what
jump
car
to
is-
track.
What car is good? here?
What car is good on
Huracan, I don't know if M6 is
Lino.
good actually, I just like it. Huracan was meta. though, I
Elmat,
remember.
Elmat, El Pan. I mean, minus the 5 times where you L or 6 times where you L me, I can get behind the last
Oh,
one.
come on.
Thank you for the £2 though, rounding me up to a £5 this evening, SMFC. Big fan.
Yeah, welcome, mate.
Well, it's now a note, you know what I mean? It's now worth it.
Can we swap this rubbish track?
Why am I watching Car X drifting in the middle of a Gran Turismo stream? I don't know, it's a 360 from Lino and it's clean as fuck, so I think it's worth watching. I'm going to skip back now that it's in high quality.
Oh,
Space in the lobby, by the way, whoever that is, who left? Webby. Ah. So we've got a nice 360 drift here from Lino. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, that's pretty. Fair play to you, mate.
Wow,
One map left, another map left.
Another Matt joined.
One match
There we
left,
go.
the next one joins.
We've traded mats. I'll take that. Me to let the other mat in as I need food. Ah, makes sense. No worries. Right, everyone jump in. Then we've got 15 cars ticked in, apart from Blaze, who's just ticked out. Why, Blaze? Why do this? Thank you, Blaze. Are we all ready for qualifying then?
No.
No.
Fantastic. Let's get underway. 10 minutes of qualifying.
Was hast du gegen mich?
And Tyler said next session he's going to be the photographer and not race. He's going to be trackside, taking some snaps.
Why the hell have I got a crown on my thing now? In the chat, what the hell's going on there?
Oh, because you've donated.
Oh, there's a bloody leaderboard. What the
Last race for Lino. No worries, Lino, but it's been nice to see you back.
hell?
bud.
Mate, I might have to donate more now.
Nice
Make sure I'm on the top of the leaderboard.
Always.
Why the hell am I in this car? I'm just oh, that's fine. It's a good car.
I'm using my livery, but there's some differences on the back.
Camera for the answer.
I do like the livery SAS, I'm not going to lie. It's rather nice.
But I made
I drive one of these in real life, by the way. Well, not
the back
obviously a race
of the
one,
car.
but you know. An E89.
I will say you've gone slightly down in my estimations. They are for women, but...
Yeah, well.
Listen, as long as it's the 3 litre, if it's the 3 litre, you'll get away with it.
So, it's a 28i, mate, but yeah.
Can't all be winners, although it is still a 6-pot, so it's not too bad.
For my first car, I'm 17. But yeah. Bet
I mean, yeah, for a first
Fiesta, so
for a first car, it is absolutely phenomenal for a first car. Fair play. Of course, though, you've got the ability to handle it. You know, it's not like you're.
and I paid £2 for insurance, which is less than all my mates pay on polos and shit.
Yeah.
So.
No, honestly, it's surprising with first car insurance. Everyone thinks that the lower the car, the cheaper the insurance, and yada yada. That's never really the case. It goes more off statistics, and realistically, I can't see many 12 or 17-year-olds buying one of those and insuring them as their first car. So fair play. But no, they're all right. I mean, realistically, it's still the E platform. Like, you know, as we can see here from the cockpit view. Not really much left of the E chassis, but have you got the bubble iDrive?
It's got like a It's kind of shit to be fair, I don't use it, but the nice thing with the iDrive on this is you can literally put it away, the screen's like, it goes up and down like a bloody Bentley or whatever, so make the dash look a lot cleaner, you get rid of the old software, hide it away.
Ah, right, I'm saying, because obviously the bubble dash, it's like, if it's got the iDrive built in, normally it's on the E series, it's like an extra bubble next to the clocks, isn't it? But I'm guessing with the compact shape, yeah, they changed it round for that.
Yeah, it's on like a thing, so you can put it away, like, no.
Shall I stop distracting you, because you've managed to pick up a second worth of penalties since we were talking?
Yeah.
I would say I'd do the same with Icon and start talking to Icon, but he's got 0.5, so I don't want to risk that. Matt's not here in the call, I don't think, is he?
Don't talk to me, Matt. I fucked up anyway.
So, Pan Am.
Don't talk to me. I
LSR Hurricane, huh?
Right before. I screwed up the corner before you joined, before you went to me.
You screwed up that corner too.
You went before he went.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Pan Am's first car, the Hurricane. You didn't want to go for anything too flashy like an Aventador.
I had to keep it base model, entry level.
Yeah, he's got the Hurricane SE.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you can't use that runoff, Pan Am.
I know. That's not a runoff, that's a rallycross reference.
Luke's just got a blue Nissan, so, you know, pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, and say, well, I'm sure it's the Micra counterpart.
Luke's car is, like, really good.
I like Luke's design.
First of all, it is the best color. Second of all, he's been like loyal to that car. So.
He's never driven anything else.
Good. You should open the most mid-engine track now.
We toyed with the idea of forcing A+ drivers to run off-meta cars.
Sure.
Not now, obviously, and say you guys run whatever you want, but we toyed with the idea of it. Amaru. You're
one of the worst.
You're Oscar Piastri in game, aren't you? Amaru.
Oh, there's my Canadian friend.
Yes, he's the Canadian or Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Piastri.
I think I deserve the meta as I'm really slow.
I am slow, brother.
I'm slower, trust me. I should get the M6 always.
Are you as slow as JHS, bro?
I'm slower.
Thanks, Sean. Give this man a tomahawk.
That's what you.
Honestly, can I get a tomahawk?
Fair play, mine Deluxe with a 142.6.
I think we should give Icon a tomahawk. Because if he's slower than JHS, then he deserves the tomahawk.
I need a
Tomahawk. Huh.
Right, so tell you what, let's do another livery of the round then. So I'll go from Deluxe, and in fact, no, I'll go from bottom. I'll go from Luke and work my way up. So as per usual, just the the clean, simplistic look for Luke's GTR. We always say it's fantastic. Troyer in the Finna. Oh, I thought that was a McLaren GTR for a second, but it's not. It's a Finna livery 650S. I like that a lot. Fair play. Jolvo. Gorgeous looking Hurricanes, huh? Nice. Staxo, the Red Bull RSR. Lovely. Sliced going for the Red Bull. Oh my god, it's the Max Verstappen NSX. Ugh. Pan Am, of course, with the LSR Hurricane. Lino once again in the Rotiform Porsche. Teeny Ping in the Sona Bravia XR Audi R8. GTR has dramatically stiff suspension and struggles with corner. Well, you say this, but I don't think Luke agrees. I think Luke is very well adept with it. Matt, though, in the Verstappen.com Ferrari 458. Blaze also in a 458, but a Trots and 8 livery. It's kind of cool.
That's cool, yeah.
JHS in the Golden Buck Ferrari. SAS, of course, in the... is Stife or Slife? What is this?
I'm gonna let you figure it out, mate. It's more funny than
Life.
Dive.
Stife. So I was right first time. Shouldn't have doubted myself, but the Stife Z4. Very nice livery indeed. The Dragon Ball Z Subaru for Deluxe. Jolvo. We've already seen Jolvos and Stexos. Who've we missed out then? JHS13, Blaze, Matt. I don't feel like we've just done 15 cars. Of course, Icon in his XRP Revolut. What?
No, it's
oh, it's the
It's from the... It's the team name. The team car. It's like JHS's one.
Ah, right.
Like Sarosh, some Sarosh.
Ah, there we go. I'm glad you can pronounce it because I'm not going to try. I'm honoured to be the 150th member of your Discord. Well, thank you very much, Tyler.
Matt, I brought Atlanta IRS in my livery. It's ugly.
RG Labs.
RG Labs, bro. It's a light blue, black logo. White is the car, white and grey.
Hey, listen.
Right then, liveries of the round. I'm gonna go.
Exactly.
I have not set a single lap yet.
I think Jolvo third for that Hurricane. I really like that.
Oh, so that's why I'm so close to the.
Troy a second in the Finna BMW, and then SAS first in the Stife Z4 because I really like that.
Come on.
Right then, so we've got just over a minute and a half, or just under a minute and a half, sorry, of qualifying left to go. Stexo is currently out in pole position with a 141.7, 0.1 off the nearest time running of Pan Am, which was a 141.8. Deluxe is in third with a 142.4. Jolvo in fourth with, well, this will be his now qualifying lap, but his previous lap time before he'd gone to the pits had secured him fourth. Troy is not too far behind at all in fifth. Currently got a lot of pressure behind though from Lino in the Porsche in qualifying. Not ideal conditions, but a little gap has opened up between them either way. We'll see how this McLaren can do. 142.6 is the previous time. Not able to beat that this round, but it could all be for this lap. 146.083 for, was that Lino? Yes, it was.
The understeer you have after 2 laps is insane.
It's the, for me, it's the feel. It's too heavy than what I'm used to.
Matt, is Goldenbach the greatest team of WSC? No.
It's Sarosh.
It's Sarosh, yes. Literally has the highest points in history, by far.
That's why they are the best.
Stexo's looking to better his lap by 0.1 so far, and not much left of his lap as well. It's just got to keep it together over the next few corners, but it is looking good for the Austrian out in front. Really looking to solidify that pole here on his final lap. Where does he stand as he approaches the final bend? There it is, just the line to go now. Here he comes, 141.172. 0.6 difference now between himself and Pan Am in second place. Of course, from the pits, there won't be anything Pan Am can do about that. Deluxe, of course, he's finished his lap in as well. Jolvo also. Who's this now? Luke on his final run. Where's Luke going to seat?
Thank you.
And so there's a few people all going through. Jolvo now in fourth.
Top 10 worst laps of all time.
I might have just gotten a penalty in the last lap I had.
Pablo Chacon's also got a penalty final lap. That's unfortunate.
Oh my.
So did I.
I can wow you, bro.
Just coming across to finish his lap off a 141.583, but unfortunately the penalty has conked out to that. But it will be Slice and Icon, the A+ driver, is actually starting at the back of the grid. I mean, saying that, Slice is coming in now for what appears to be a fast lap, a 141.7. It puts him second place in between that of Stexo and Pan Am. So a bit of a dramatic qualifying, actually, with the positions being swapped back and forth. Not quite SAS stealing the pole position last minute, but was it a pole or is it second place you stole? Either one. Either way, though, here we go. Let's get ourselves started with our race then. This is race 4 of the evening. Barcelona. Just one more race after this one, guys. But make sure that you get your tyres set and sorted. Got to go have dinner now, even though it's late. It's 20 past 10. Yeah, it's all good. I'd say I haven't had my dinner yet. I'll be having it after the stream. I just haven't really felt okay enough to even like stuff my face today. I had some toast and eggs earlier, but that was about it.
At least not beans on toast, so...
Well, honestly, Panam, I think we should have this out before I even press start. What is your beef with beans on toast?
Beans on toast is a goated meal, to be fair.
Beans on toast is a refined, beautiful piece of culinary excellence that the UK has blessed
Definitely
the rest of the world with.
Top 10 meals of all time.
I'd even say top 5.
What about fish and chips?
Like, 2 perfectly... Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about
chips
that.
Aren't even English.
There we are. Like Tyler's going for a little bit of elevation there. Cheesy beans is the best on toast. Cheesy beans does go really well with toast, as does like a little bit of like brown sauce or barbecue sauce, even if you fancied it. Worcester sauce is another popular choice, but yeah. Bit of bacon underneath the beans is another good option, but then you do also create like a bit of a barrier between the bean juice and the bread. And that is another key element of it, is the bean juice soaks into the bread and it just makes it, like, so much better. Sliced, I'm going to time you out in a minute if you say anything disgusting like that in the chat again. Beans and toast in a trash can is the best. You're a disgusting man. Right, anyway, let's get into it. This is not the last race. There's one more race after this, but we just won't be doing a steward session because I'm tired and I want to come off stream.
The hell is a bloody super stick?
Because I'm not feeling well today, guys. That's all. Hopefully, I'll be in a better stead tomorrow. Where is last race? I have no idea yet. We shall decide that momentarily. Well, I do have an idea, but I'm not going to tell you guys. We'll find out. Stexel, though, on pole now for the first time this evening. Just waiting for the lights out now. Let's see if there's going to be anyone else who's going to be jumping the start today. No start jumpers, and the grid is away. Stexo drops down to second with the phenomenal launch, actually, from Sliced. He takes himself straight into first place. D-Lox occupies second place now. Panam in third. Stexo's dropped down to fourth as we approach the first bend. So let's have a look through what's happening. There's the camera angle we want. Someone has gone off and ended through the... had used the runoff. Who was that? I think that might have been Jolvo, who had to just use the runoff there. Panam really out wide there in fourth. He just drops himself back into the track. I hate these front-on camera angles, to be honest. They're not the best for racing view, and I can't see what's going on properly. Ta-da, Tyler. But Sliced Bread currently in first, SAS in second in the Stuyvesant 4. Luke in the GDR, chasing them down in third. Mediums for Luke, soft for SAS, and mediums for Sliced. D-Lox on the mediums, under a bit of hassle actually from JHS. D-Lox ends in the gravel. Was that contact from JHS? Let's go back and just double check. I just want to see if there was any contact. Oh, there was contact from JHS. Not good. Not good. Icon, all the way down now. What's happened to Icon? Icon's now running in 15th place at the back of the field. SAS now also in the lead. Slice having lost now a second to him. Something must have happened between these two while I was checking that replay. But we'll jump out of this for you now, back over to this. So Luke on the podium still. He's 2.5 seconds out from JHS in fourth, but JHS is under fire there from Stexo. So let's jump on board then with the camera here of Stexo. We can see JHS just under a car length behind now. JHS moves himself onto the outside for the inside here on this corner, and then outside here, but doesn't quite pan out that way. He drops in behind JHS, or he drops in behind Stexo there in the RSR. Just 0.4 behind JHS though is Pablo Chacon, Mr. PD Snow. He's looking for an opportunity up in front. One could very much present itself. He's got 1.5 seconds to the nearest car behind him, which is Lino. who's got a few issues there. I can see on the minimap himself there's a fair few cars running behind Lino in the rotiform Porsche, one of which being the A+ driver of Pan Am in that LSR Huracan. Let's tell you what, let's stay on board with this chase for a second then, because as Pan Am makes his move onto the inside, there it is, move secured, and the door is shut on Lino. A position up then for Pan Am, 7th place now as he chases Pablo Chacon. 0.5 penalty picked up though for Pablo Chacon, who'll serve that next corner round. Lino on the attack though, on the inside there, just tucking himself back ahead of Pan Am, but Pan Am fights valiantly, takes the pole position back. He's now sat still in 7th. Meanwhile, Troyer just looking at the rear of this battle. Let's go aboard with Troyer then as we watch Lino and Pan Am fight for position. 0.5 penalty just picked up there for Troyer, which is unfortunate. So what's going on up front then? 1.2 seconds is the gap actually from SAS down to Sliced, which is interesting because SAS, current race leader now, was the one giving probably the most grief in the general chat before the race went on about the track and how he wanted something different. I don't think he'd be moaning as much now if we were to ask him. I mean, it is only lap 3 in out of 9, and of course he has got Slice and Luke both hunting him down from behind, but with about a second between them, I'd say he's looking all right. I mean, yeah, from the rear view now, in a sense, this is what his rear view mirror would be seeing. We can see that, you know, we can see that Sliced isn't exactly in a dangerous attacking position right now. SAS he can just focus himself on his lines and keeping himself sturdy. But yeah, just a decent bit of race pace now from SAS. Avoids silly mistakes like that, running really wide and picking up a 0.5 as such. Slice managing to stay clear of it and not picking up the penalty. So as and when it comes round next lap, we could very much see that pressure start to build up from Sliced onto the race leader of SAS. Stexo, though, he's 4th and now looking rather clear. Pablo Chacon up into 5th. Nice positioning for him so far. JHS, though, in the golden buck Ferrari, just attacking from behind. And then, of course, we've got Pan Am in the LSR Huracan that will just go on board with the bonnet camera of now as he watches JHS reel in Pablo and hopefully make a move on him there. Running a little bit wide for JHS. Pan Am actually cuts into the pits, so we'll jump on board then with Pablo. Both of these now running with a 0.5 penalty. Troyer, the next car behind, he's 3.5 seconds behind them, but he's got Icon, who was behind, but he's now dipped into the pits. It's now Lino in 8th position, 1.5 seconds back from Troyer in 7th. Back up front then, 0.5 still above the head of SAS. Sliced has been putting the burners on throughout this lap so far. He's caught himself up within attacking distance, especially with the penalty line looming for SAS, and an extra 0.5 penalty. That's going to sting him massively and drop him down behind Luke here in 3rd. Just actually, we'll watch on board then from Luke's perspective of the attack up ahead from Sliced. He's just looking either way now for a way around the Z4. I think it may be coming. He is he's on the mediums as well, which is interesting, as of course SAS is on the racing soft, but those softs front left are looking really, really battered now. I think he's going to have to pit even this lap, I'd say, if he wants to stay competitive. But there we go, Sliced now up into the lead thanks to the penalty line. Luke in 2nd so far in the GTR. SAS now trailing from 3rd, but not out of the game yet. Still a 2.5 seconds between himself and the pace now of Sliced. Stexo, 4.5 seconds back from Sliced, but a formidable race so far for the Austrian. Hopefully he can have his first decent finish without disruption. Of course, the last couple of races he has fallen unlucky and had a few bumps here and there. Troyer running not too far. Ooh, there's a yellow flag up ahead as SAS clips the pit wall coming in into the pits. Stexo, I think, may have even jumped ahead of him thanks to that. Luke also into the pits. Sliced is the only one left running on his mediums. Luke's in from his mediums over to his softs now. Is that going to be the correct call there? I don't know, we're going to have to look. But anyway, Slice still out in front, 10.5 seconds to the nearest runner of Petey Snow here. Also known, of course, in-game as Pablo Chacon. The only person I know of Pablo Chacon is it from, oh, what's the film called now? Is it We Are the Millers? And yeah, he plays the big boss drug dealer in We Are the Millers. Fantastic film for those that haven't seen it. It's got Jennifer Aniston and a few other great actors or actors that I can't think of the names of right now, but they're recognisable anyway. 4 seconds though is the gap from Pablo Chacon down to Troyer in third. Deluxe in fourth. Blaze just catching the grass and drops down to sixth there, recovers himself well enough. Jolvo takes the position up into fifth with a 0.5 penalty. 12.5 seconds now though is the gap. Big slide though from Slice, that would have cost him, but not too much. He's actually increased his gap now to well, near 13, so I think if anything it's just Slice giving it absolutely everything in this NSX. Still yet to pit though off his mediums. He's probably going to keep it going for another lap or two, and then he'll bring the NSX in. Pablo Chacon, he's now coming in off his mediums. Beautiful pit entrance actually, and say just about clipping the wall there as he comes through. A little hi, how are you? Troyer and Deluxe also into the pits. Jolvo not pitting just yet. He's got a 0.5 penalty, but he finds himself currently in second place. He won't stay there, of course, as he's got a pit stop to come, but decent running so far. To be second of those that haven't pitted yet, it's still a decent place to have been, I'd say. Not the best first chicane there for Jolvo, but able to recover nice enough. He's got 5.5 seconds down to Blaze in third place so far. Luca then in fourth. Luke, of course, though, has pitted, so these two will be hunting. Or these two will be playing a little bit of hunting, especially with Luke on these soft tyres now. Low-key tired of Deluxe lag, impossible to race close. It is hard. I'm not too sure why Deluxe lags so much, but I think for Deluxe it runs fine, so it affects everyone else but him. Beautiful fight so far unfolding between Blaze in third and Luke in fourth. Of course, Luke has pitted, Blaze yet to, but he was putting up a valiant effort until, of course, just I think a little bit too much pressure for Luke. But well done there on Blaze on moving over and being able to keep it clean. Nicely done, bud. But yes, the GTR of Luke there now starting to tire away into the distance, of course, on those fresher soft tyres. Whereas Blaze, of course, has got his mediums looking a little bit torn here. Slice now, though, in off the mediums. Is Jolvo going to follow suit when he gets to the line? Just 2 corners to go here. Well, this is one of them. Here's another, and then there's the pit entrance. We'll see how he deals with the pit entrance now, if he is going to be pitting. Yes, he is. Off the medium tyres now for Jolvo. And he deals with the pit entrance nicely. Luke will resume control of the race, and so long as anything or nothing else happens, I believe, yeah, because Sliced is now on his way out, but yeah, I believe it'll be Luke taking pole position. There it is. Where's Stexo? Stexo in third. Stexo has also pitted, so fantastic run for him to be able to stay on the podium, having started the race on pole. Honestly, we need to start getting a GoFundMe to get Deluxe some zero-ping Wi-Fi. I don't think anyone gets zero-ping Wi-Fi, if I'm honest. Hi, enjoy the rest of this week's stream, lol. I don't know if I'll have the time to join chat, lol. No worries, Zach. Well, you're up in the lakes anyway, so you enjoy your holiday, bud. The penalties, though, are rife here around Barcelona, no chicane. I think almost every driver has picked up a penalty of some form throughout this race. We should skip the next race and do stewards. Can do if you want to, guys, and so you can do one more race or we can just do a steward session, but either way, I'm sure Slice will be doing stewards throughout it. Just make sure that you guys are letting us know of any incidents throughout the racing, but we have got a fair few to look back from Sardegna. I don't think there was many from Road Atlanta, maybe 1 or 2, but yeah, and I don't think many from here, luckily. Not too sure where the last race will be yet. You guys shall find that out as and when we switch over to it. Sorry, I stay in bonnet cap too long. I just really want Matt's live reaction of Saddened. Of Sardegna. There was a fair few incidents. I'm not looking back over all of it. If I'm honest, terribly sorry guys, but if I'm honest, most of them involved Tyler, and he's been banned from Group 3 racing now for his behaviour, so I don't know, we'll see. But 1.5 seconds splits first and second place here on the penultimate lap. First being Luke in the GTR, second being Sliced in the NSX, Stexo then third, following up. Again, not too far behind, 3 seconds split between third and first, so a close race between these three indeed. Icon, though, he's occupying fourth, 7.5 seconds there, 8 seconds back actually off the pace of Luke. Oh, why did you ruin it, Panam? We were going to save it and not tell him. But yes, Daytona Road Course for the next one, guys. Who gave me Ferrari's pit crew? JHS? No idea. Panam, though, on for a top 5 finish currently. Unfortunate run, though, for Jolvo. Not able to get his 100th top 5 finish just yet today. I think he may have clocked himself up to 98 and putting him 2 away. So next week's Group 3 will be all about it. Or potentially, of course, we've got Thursday still to go as well. But very close now between these, between first and second place as we head towards the final lap. What racing is Thursday? We haven't decided yet. We'll decide that in Discord. But yeah, guys, anyone who's watching and hasn't already jumped in our Discord, I highly encourage you to do so. Especially Luke, because I'm not too sure that you are in the Discord. But of course, over in the Discord is where you can find all of your RDR racing stats. So any RDR race that you've participated in and had a decent result, it will be on the leaderboard. So you'll have your bit of code there from Luke, I think. But you will have all your top 5 finishes, your performance, your fastest laps, and any lap records indeed that you do hold. And of course you can just navigate your way through the scoreboard section over there. But yeah, guys, make sure you click the link pinned in the top of the chat to join. And also it's where we get involved then with all of the community events. Most of the decisions that are made about stream happen over there, especially for the community suggestion nights. And of course, throw some suggestions in then yourselves. But yeah, that's the link pinned in the Discord. And if we haven't smashed the like button on the stream, guys, if we could, that would be phenomenal. JHS is a back marker here in 15th. Not too sure why, but Sliced looks up the inside for the move. Can it be done here? He's a little bit later on the brakes than Luke in the GTR, and he gets it done. Sliced on the last lap secures for what could be another victory for him here in the Group 3 lobbies. He's just got JHS up ahead of him in a back market Bok Ferrari. Yellow flag, I'm not too sure who that is. That is going to be SAS, I'd imagine. Yeah, SAS just getting himself running. SAS started the race out in pole position. I'm not too sure exactly what cost him his race entirely, but here we see, Petey's just left the room. Who's just, Sliced. Oh no, it's not Sliced. What happened then to Luke? What happened to Luke? JHS, what did you do? Well done, of course, to Sliced Bread for your first place. Icon in second. Hello, Silly Up here. Welcome to the stream. But what happened, Luke? Let us know. Icon in second. Stexo in third. Panam fourth. Deluxe in fifth. Another top 5 finish then for Deluxe. JHS, Luke, what happened, man? Comment in the YouTube if you got to, bud. Let me know what happened. I didn't see that. I didn't do to Luke. Well, he's blamed you for something, so I'd want to see his side of things. How? I don't know. I want to see his time. I want to see his side of things. Okay. We'll just have a look. SAS span in front of Luke. He did.
Hold on to it.
Whoa! Right. No, please don't be loud with it. Something happened last second between Luke and JHS because Luke pinged JHS and said, "Nice one."
Are we done for the night?
Are we done for the night? Well, JHS wants.
Nürburgring
yeah,
next,
no, it's not Nürburgring next. It's Daytona Road.
No, I think it is. No, I think it was
Daytona
Nürburgring.
Road Course.
Yes,
it's
definitely. No, it was definitely Nürburgring.
We could have never started.
We could do no.
We could do no instead.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you what.
Alright,
We've got 16. We've got 16 people in the stream. We're going to be streaming it, so we're going to ask the stream. We're going to just do another Q&A.
But I have to use the Z4.
Start a poll.
There's actually use the VW VGT.
The what? The Beetle?
Not the VGT, VW.
Oh no, I'm not using that.
Like
That's
the
gay. I'm
convertible.
using a bloody convertible Golf. What do I have in here?
Oscar PS3 joined. Oh my god.
Can I?
Oh
can
no,
I
we're
try-
not. No, we're running a last race. If Piastri's joined, we're running a last race because he's been waiting to get in for a while. So the question is then, we'll do the poll for last race option.
What
Where
if I donate another £2?
Pennant, what'd you do?
you could donate another £2, to which I'm gonna put a lot more enthusiasm into typing Nürburgring into the
only a
options of the
1
poll
minute,
for
so-
you.
And then proceed to rig it, right?
Sign up by JHS for an extra.
That's boring. Well, how about it's everybody has to use.
So we're doing 2 laps. We're doing 2 laps of Nürburgring 24-hour, or do you want 2 laps of just Nordschleife?
24.
If not torrential rain midnight.
I don't really care. Whatever.
Daytona Road Course will be 9 laps.
I think everybody should have to use an off-meta car for the next race.
Yes.
I'm
When
using
you
So that means
use
no
this-
Viper, no M6,
Fuck.
no Supra.
No!
Right. Well, the vote is
No
up.
Lambo, no Genesis,
Wipers and
no
meta, trust,
Lexus, no Porsche.
Oh, she isn't even met.
17
No
people
GTR.
in
Never
the
met
chat,
them.
guys. So make sure you jump in and leave your vote for where you want to race on the final track. For those that are racing, of course, those that are just watch along. What do you want
Is there
to
an
see?
option for 9-time laps on the Nürburgring? Oh,
No, not in my stream, mate.
that's boring. Oh, Matt's in the chat again, guys.
Dragon Trail.
So I've
Oh
got.
hell no.
I can see 10 votes that have gone in. It is looking good for Nürburgring so far, but I'm going to wait for all of the votes to come in. We've got 20 people on board in the stream. So as soon as I see roughly close to that number, I know that we've got a decent spread of votes. But so far, half of the votes, it could all swing another way. It's not massively swung one way, so we'll have a look.
Massive.
Make sure you jump into the chat. I was very close then for a second, wasn't it? But make sure you jump into the chat, guys, and leave your votes on the last track. We've got 12 votes in so far. It's looking 58% for Nürburgring. If there's anyone else watching that hasn't left their vote yet, vote now. Of course, it's between Daytona Road Course and Nürburgring 24-hour.
Matt, by the way, I suggest something.
What is
Maybe
this?
higher fuel, maybe next time.
Okay.
Like, because first it will make the cars lighter the more it goes.
I was
and
thinking that.
Second, it's like you don't go out anyway. You have like still
50
70%.
times tyre wear for the next race.
No, I think you could go like 5.
Get halfway around the first lap and it'd be gone.
Not even.
And then we can drift.
I mean, look, we've got 12 votes out of 18 viewers currently. I think it's fair to say 13 votes now that we have got our answer. I mean, it's 62% looking at the Nürburgring 24-hour lap. So I think
Let's just go to Burger Ring.
that's where we are going. 2 laps then of the Nürburgring 24-hour.
Let's do some unusual
Matt,
cars.
did you see the launch my Z4 got in that last race? Off the line.
I didn't, but you were rather quick to get to
I went
first.
from like almost last to like second.
Sorry, but guys, that
But
might go
then
to sleep
I
at
did
like
crash
2.
into the wall in the pit lane.
Remember to
like-
add
So
water
it's
to the
like
track.
kind of
No, we're not doing a racing track. We're not doing a wet race. Even though wet was
We're
on
not
the
doing a
thumbnail,
racing
we're not.
track.
Yeah, we're not.
doing a walking track.
Well, technically,
do it.
only
Do it.
like
Do
10% of this is a
A
racing
running
track.
Do a running track.
The rest is technically a public road.
Well, only some of the time.
You're speeding in public roads. Oh yeah.
Yes.
My favourite
I'm using
activity.
the Z4 again, guys. Unlucky.
What's off?
I'm
Ooh,
back.
and say, yeah, let's try and use some interesting off-meta cards. Let's really get some grid variety. Ideally, if possible, I'd love it if I didn't see the same cars on the track or grid. So if those of you that have got like one or two, I mean Luke for example, Luke's the only exception because we know Luke's going in the GTR. He's never been in any other car. No, I'm not going to force him to drive anything else. No.
This is going to be the first.
What do we make? Do we make this the first race that Luke has to use another car, not the GTR?
Luke, wait, get in the old GTR. Get in the old GTR.
Get in the GTR 500.
2013 GTR. They look the same.
So far, I mean, Sillioput's guaranteed himself the GT3. Who's going in the? Pan Am's going for the RSR. Who's going for the M6?
No, the RSR's not allowed. That's
nobody go M6.
Nobody go M6.
And the Porsche as well. That needs. There's way too many Porsches.
Genesis X for Jolvo. Excellent choice. I'm loving the fact that we're seeing a variety. I'm loving it.
Bye bye guys. Have a nice night.
The Porsches need to go in my mind. The Porsches
depending on where you live.
Yeah, they do.
See you later, bud. There we are. There's another space in the lobby. So the Lexus. Ooh, Troyer going for the Renault. Nice. Yes. Nice.
The Renault. Man.
Deluxe and Jolvo are in a Genesis. Can one of you change?
I only have Meta.
It is.
I was first. I was first.
Webby back in. Welcome back in.
Sillioput needs to change as well. He's been using that all day.
Luke, jump in the GTR, bud. Don't worry. Don't ignore all them. You don't have to bow to peer pressure. You can use the GTR, bud. It's what you're comfortable in. It's what you always use. No, he doesn't.
He needs to change. Well, no. We're all changing. We're in things that we're not comfortable with.
We're just doing it for the variety, but no one's picked the GTR. So if Luke picks the GTR,
yeah, icon.
There's two
different cars. It's just we're just looking for a lot of variety here. We just want a lot of different cars on the grid, not just all the same ones.
There's two.
One or two.
There's two Genesis and there's two
Genesis
Porsche.
And two Porsche. They need to.
Oh, Luke's left. No, Luke, why did you leave? You didn't have to leave. You could have used the GTR. I said you could have used it. You could have ignored him.
Buy a new car. Look, he's gonna go buy a new car.
He's gonna. No, I think he's disappearing off. So there is a space.
Okay, we got the Citroen.
Two.
Deluxe is now in the Citroen.
There's still two Porsche.
Jolvo, you can go in the Genesis then. Icon, you can then pick the last car remaining out of the Pan Am or Stexo. Stexo's been in the RSR. Pan Am, you change cars all the time, so Pan Am, you change cars.
I was gonna go to
Pan Am, no, Pan Am, it's also, Pan Am, you're also A+. Pan Am, you're A+.
Yeah, Pan Am, you're A+, and you're in like a slightly meta car, mate.
Come on, bro, change car. Stexo's been in the Porsche all evening, to be fair. You change the car, you change cars every race. Pan Am,
you're good in the Porsche.
Pan Am, you're ruining it.
I change cars every race.
Pan Am, you're ruining it.
Pan Am, you're ruining it, mate.
Pan Am, this is all on you now. We're all waiting for you.
Just do it.
Everyone's going to hate me, but you're all going to have to choose your cars again anyway, because I'm taking the qualifying off.
Oh no.
Is there no mandatory pit stop, right?
No.
Could have just done the qualities practice.
Oh, shit.
Just to...
apologies for the language, but no, mandatory pit stops is on, so should we turn it off for this race then?
Yes.
Oh, it's 2 laps.
Yeah, it's 2 laps. There's no point in doing it, because it means everyone's going to be in the pits.
Why are you keeping tyre wear on then?
Because it's fun.
No, it won't.
You could put the initial fuel lower for like a faster grid.
You can't really.
Nah.
You can actually put
or
it
just
to like...
turn it
off. It was initializing, and...
I wouldn't say turn it off.
Everyone enter the track. Hard Pan Am.
Cause, sliced bro, if we turn it off, some cars that
Pan
burn
Am,
fuel
man.
quicker lose their advantage.
Change your car.
Right, there we go. I'm so sorry. Right.
We're going to have to threaten to kick Pan Am.
I'm going to kick Pan Am if he doesn't change his car.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh,
we already have an RSR.
Yeah, no, Stexo's using the RSR. Because Stexo's
He's
AS.
been using that the whole goddamn evening.
Pan Am is
Doesn't
A
matter, just
plus S.
Stop whining, just choose.
In it.
Okay, wait.
So,
Let me
no,
quickly look at
it's
cars.
nothing specific, it's just we just want variety and a different car from everyone.
Okay.
Look, even Load Runner's listening. I don't even know who he is.
I don't even know who he is, but welcome.
No one's running this, so I'm gonna use this.
What is it?
Nah, you're game, mate.
It's
He's
the
in the
M6.
M6. This guy
Oh,
is so
I mean,
white.
okay, no, that's fine, that's fine.
He's
No
being
one's
so
running it.
meta.
That's fine, let him be meta then. No one's running
He
it.
is
At
the
least
meta.
he's got... Honestly, it's an
Yeah,
argument
meta.
that I can't be asked having anymore. I'm way over it. Is everyone ready
Well,
to
you
just
could
get
just kick
into
him,
it?
so
We could actually. It might make things easier.
Okay,
but...
wait, which cars do I have?
Oh
Is
my...
anything
Just...
that's like slightly interesting?
RCZ.
Oh.
Panam, get in the RCZ.
I haven't got the head space for this, boys. Come on.
Anything
RCZ,
interesting?
bro. The
No
Peugeot.
one's in the R8.
Yeah, it's like the Peugeot VGT.
Okay, alright, I'll take an... No, I'll take...
Diabolical.
I'll take an R8. There's no other R8s.
Alright, good.
Right, we're all happy. Right, we're all going.
This
There's
is the most
15...
diverse-
Yeah.
Diverse grid we've ever seen.
This is the most
I think
diverse grid we've ever seen. This is
most
going to make a
diverse grid GT7
phenomenal
history.
thumbnail.
Right, but then
I'm probably going to
gonna be
rinse
10
this.
M6s.
I'm probably going to rinse this exact replay for the thumbnails for a while.
10M6.
Pan Am is only good in meta cars, says D-Lox. He can say that. He's had more top 5 finishes than you. And away they go. No one jumps it, but 2 laps are underway here at the Nürburgring 24-hour circuit. Sliced in the NSX has a lightning launch and puts himself first. The Mazda of Icon in second place. SAS in that Stuyve said 4 in third. Pan Am in fourth in the R8. D-Lox in fifth in the Citroen on the inside. Jolvo in the Genesis in sixth. Troyer in the Renault in seventh. JHS in the Ferrari in eighth. Stexo, he is in the Porsche RSR. Piastri in the McLaren. Webby in the Corvette. Siliopu in the AMG. Matt in the GTR R34. Load Runner in the Ford GT race car. Blaze unfortunately off in the GTR, and Pan Am there in the R8 once more. Blaze, it's like real life now. Do you know what? It is a lot closer to real life with all the variety of the car, I will be honest. And I will say, I wish more people ran this Mazda that Icon's in, because it sounds incredible. Even though it's not a proper racing car, it looks very, very close to what could have been one. And they've used a phenomenal engine for it. Plus, obviously, the livery that Icon's running makes it look 10 times better as well. But, yeah, it's a car that I'd love to see more of in the Group 3. 0.5 penalty, though, for SAS already, and we haven't got onto the Nordschleife just yet. Not a good sign for him, but I'm sure he'll be able to keep it clean for the rest of the lap. The rest of the grid, though, as far as down Oz, JHS here and Steck, so they're having a little tussle for position. Oscar just waiting in the wings for something to happen between them. Could even be here onto the entrance of the Nordschleife. Very close between the three indeed. The problem is it's also close between the top three, so I don't really want to leave this battle too long either. I'll stay on board with it for just a moment because we can still see the top 8. Yeah, JHS is 3.5 seconds off there. He's got some hassle down behind him anyway. But we're on board at the moment with the Stuyve said 4 of SAS, just chasing the leaders here, Icon and Sliced, as they both tear up the Nordschleife. I can't remember the names of these corners. I need to get much better with my corner names, especially here. But yes, so far it's all close throughout the grid. I'm getting phenomenal noise from this Mazda. I will be honest, growing up, you know, sort of, I guess, in my youthful years in the car scene and starting out and hearing like twin rotors and things like that, I wasn't too fussed. But then, you know, hearing then things like the quad rotor of Mad Mike's, was it Mad Mike's RX-7 that he had the quad rotor in? But either way, things like that, and hearing just the incredible noise that can come from it, and of course the 787B, that legendary high-pitched noise that just bellows from the engine. It's incredible stuff, honestly. So I'm glad that they replicated a similar sounding engine for the prototype here. Look at that, 4 seconds gap down to 4th place in JHS, who's currently leading the rest of the grid. Stacks are there behind. Oscar also in tow, just under a second off of JHS in 4th. Behind him then Siliop Ute in the AMG in 7th, so he's doing really well with his pace to be keeping up with the boys here. Troyer in 8th, he's got Pan Am giving him some difficulty in the R8 behind, but I'm sure he can handle it well. We'll jump on board then with Pan Am just for this battle while he chases down Troyer. Gap a second and a half though down to D-Locks behind him, so not too much pressure in the mirrors of the R8. Just purely out in front is where the problem remains, and of course it's all in the mirrors for Troyer. Not looking too close to Siliop Ute in 7th place in that AMG, so the Renault's going to have to do some serious defending here of the R8. It's almost like it's really hard to see the brake lights on that Renault. They just they glow a little bit brighter, but no specific middle brake light as you'd see on the likes of well, let's see on Siliop Ute's AMG here. I don't know. I guess it's the same on that one. No, there is definitely a middle bar there for. Oh, bit of a mistake there for the Canadian, but he gets a bump from Siliop Ute behind in the AMG and keeps himself running. Stexo, meanwhile, is putting a bit of an attack onto JHS now. Just 0.2 separates the pair. Seriously quick corners coming up for these drivers. A carousel then to go. JHS makes or keeps himself out in 4th, but not for long. He's out on the grass, as is Oscar, as is, who was that, Siliop Ute down into 9th now. Unfortunate for those two not able to just hold it together for that part. But Stexo now into 4th. JHS chases in the Golden Box Ferrari. The carousel now for Stexo. There we go. SAS, he's 2.5 seconds now back off of Icon. Of course, he's got the 0.5 penalty ahead of him as well. That's going to cause him issues. Icon, meanwhile, he's sticking with Sliced. 0.5 is the gap between these two. Just half a second separating 1st and 2nd place. Oh, Icon into the barriers. He loses 2nd place to SAS. There we go. SAS has now got Icon chasing behind, having recovered from the incident where he clipped the wall, but Sliced, now as we can see here in the rear camera, checking out in the NSX, 3 seconds out in front of SAS, who, of course, formerly held the title of King of the Ring. Anytime that SAS has been on the ring in any form, he has absolutely dominated. However, today could well be a different setup. He's on the softs. I mean, well, everyone's on the softs, but we've still got tyre degradation on, so they have got to watch out for those tyres. No one running on the mediums to just guarantee themselves the grip. Everyone going for the softer tyre. It's just wondering how it's going to pan out then. Pretty even wear across the board. Slice's got a little bit more in his fronts, but not enough in his backs, whereas SAS is the other way around. Plenty left in the backs, but not quite as much in the fronts. Icon, though, he's looking overall pretty good in that Mazda. Stexo as well in the Porsche, pretty balanced on his tyre wear, holding it nicely and definitely got enough there to do that final lap. Unfortunate for that 0.5 penalty there, though. Of course, it's not going to be too dangerous in the form of Icon now, as he is too far behind. But it's definitely the most taxing on your race pace. That wasn't a grass shunt there, was it? I didn't see, but that was naughty SAS. He's known for it. So he's the only person who does it. But if you use the edge of the grass, your penalty, you don't lose as much time. It's really odd. But yes. 2 seconds now between Icon and SAS in that Z4. He's going to have a tussle on his hands as they head through into the second lap. Sliced will be the first one taking us over and leading on to the final lap here in the NSX. Could be another pole position also on the cards for Sliced. SAS now on to lap 2, as is Icon, just about 2 seconds behind. Why is Pan Am in the pits? I don't know. So is Oscar. I think both of those have run out of softs, so they're all just deciding to jump into the pits. Fair play. They know mandatory pit stops were off, by the way, don't they? I did make that clear, and I'm terribly sorry if it wasn't clear enough for everyone. But due to the fact it was only 2 laps, we took the tyre wear down and took mandatory pit stops off, so you guys don't have to change onto the mediums. Luckily, everyone is just switching over to a new set of softs, which is fair enough. Don't be alarmed either by the wipers of... Where's the Reynolds? I think, yeah, it's the wipers of Troy, is it? Yeah, of the wipers of Troy. Don't be alarmed by that. There's no rain on the circuit either. Blaze then last into the pits. So, why is the gap down to 43 seconds from Webby to first on the first lap? Fair play. Winging it, trusting Pan Am. Fair enough. I mean, well, there was a decent selection of grid that pitted, to be fair, so it's not like you're going to lose out massively. Sliced in first, SAS second, Icon still third, Stexo fourth, JHS still fifth, Silly sixth, as we head into the night here at Nürburgring. It is great seeing the variety throughout the track. I am glad that we decided to change up the cars and have a serious variety on track. Again, it's just nice to see that there's not like 8 911 RSRs in the circuit, and then a couple of others, 4 M4s. You know, it is great to see the variety. 4.5 seconds though is the gap now as Slice takes the pack onto the Nordschleife for the last time. SAS picking up another penalty of 0.5. This time Icon behind him. I think that, yeah, it's gone up to a second. SAS is going to have to really be careful with these penalties. He doesn't want to keep totting them up as they are. He's already within a second of Icon, and as it stands, he will lose his position to Icon come the penalty line. Stexo, he's about 3 seconds behind Icon's Mazda, which you can still hear even in this camera. It's so loud. Fair play to it. Yeah, 3 seconds back there for Stexo, so SAS, if he carries on collecting penalties like he is at the moment, he could very well be down behind Stexo, come across the penalty line. 5 seconds clear though out in front though is Sliced, so he is very much on to be crowned king of the ring for this evening. But I would even go as far as to say that he's got driver of the evening as well for tonight, because just overall a fantastic performance for him. He's picked up his 100th top 5 finish in RDR lobbies today, and he hasn't let it stop there. He's carried on. He's won a few races tonight as well. Overall, just been a very dominant character in the racing nights. So let's jump on board then with Icon as he pushes and attacks SAS in the Z4. And again, of course, as it's entered into night, it's actually nice to be able to see what's going on, as we don't really get much of that in the replay camera here in dark. Stexo's running relatively clean. JHS with a 0.5 penalty. He's got Silly Op Ute in 6th, right behind him. Those softs looking near dead, unfortunately, for Silly Op Ute and for JHS. I wonder if they're going to be able to continue on with the pace. Same as Slice, same as SAS. Same as Icon, actually. All three have got some serious degradation issues. SAS may have even picked up another penalty. That was very close to track limits indeed. I think he might have gotten away with it though. I think he's gotten lucky. Oh, big off for SAS. Icon takes second place. SAS just struggling to find himself back on the circuit. Now just 8 seconds between himself and Stexo, but near 3 seconds is now gone between himself and Icon. So unfortunately I think he can kiss goodbye to second place, but doesn't have to kiss goodbye to a podium just yet. All he has to do is focus on keeping this lap clean. No more penalties whatsoever, as he's already going to be losing a second come the penalty line. Stexo isn't in a dangerous position, but he could very well be come the end of the lap, especially if, like I said, any more penalties are picked up for the Z4 of SAS. Silly Op Ute has made his way round JHS, and JHS, of course, has got a 0.5 penalty, so should Silly Op Ute stay in front of JHS come the penalty line, it should secure his position for him. Load Runner, the newcomer in the Ford GT. He's running in 7th. He's doing rather well. He's ahead of Jolvo and Panam, his two German racing friends here, down in 8th and 9th. Oscar Piastri, the Canadian, has got some hassle from the run up behind in 10th and 11th here. Just on board with 11th place in the form of Troyer. Of course, these lot were the lot that pitted. Where's the big gap? I think it might be... Yeah, there it is. So Panam. Oh, Panam's into the wall. Having battled out with JHS, just lost it there and unfortunately has dropped out of that battle as well. But of course, yeah, those were the lot that pitted. But here we enter now through the downhill section. Currently at the highest point on the Nürburgring circuit. It's all downhill from here. Slice leads Icon through it, but he leads him by about 6 seconds. So an incredible run so far, like I said, for Slice in that NSX. Real powerhouse here in the Group 3 lobbies tonight. JHS has tapped out, not too sure why. But thanks for running JHS. Stexo still running in 4th. He's got 2 seconds behind Aciliopute, so nothing too dangerous. What happened, JHS? Aciliopute, though, is being closed in by Load Runner. It is worth saying that. I do like that blue glow from the Ford GT. That's great. Oh, that's nice. My dog just walked over my wire, unplugged the PS4. Oh, never, mate. I'm so sorry. That's rough. Stexo is off on, Whipperman corner, I believe. Just up to YouTube corner. There we go. SAS still with a minute penalty, or the second penalty, sorry, but now 8 seconds ahead of Stexo, so I think he has opened up that gap and bought himself a fair bit of breathing room to the next car. Icon, though, in that glorious sounding Mazda. He's about 5.5 seconds behind the leader of Sliced, of course, who will be entering onto Dottinger Hall. Just a few corners to go and then into the clear for Slice, but a phenomenal run for the American here. Our Ficker has joined. Well, fantastic that you've joined in, but unfortunately it's just too late, my man. We are ending the lobby here tonight, but no, congratulations, of course, to everyone who's won this evening, to everyone who's had a great result, and of course, well done to everyone who's participated and raced. You've all done fantastic. But there we have it, Slice 3 seconds actually ahead of Icon. It's been, I'm not too sure what's happened for Slice, but it hasn't gone too well for him. And I think Icon is rapidly pulling up to him. Not too much now, but he has dropped down below 3 seconds. It could very much get close towards the end, but 11 seconds out. What do you think I'm going to say, SAS? SAS used the grass again, didn't he? I think you might be in for some penalties, Mr. SAS. First place for Slice, though. Second place for Icon. Just 0.5 separate them across the line. And shame that we missed that, but we were just watching SAS with that penalty. Stexo in 4th place. Very close behind SAS in 3rd indeed. Low Runner in 5th. Congratulations on your first top 5 finish here in the RDR lobbies. And, of course, your first entrance. Panam backwards to the line. Nearly costs him 6th position. I think it did, actually. It did cost him 6th position. No, it didn't. 6th for Panam, sorry. Aciliopute in 7th. Troyer in 8th. Deluxe in 9th. Oscar Piastri in 10th. Jolvo in 11th. Webby will be finishing, I would say in 12th, but he's not. I think it's Matt and Matt are going to be crossing the line together. Lovely stuff to see. Of course, it's going to be the Corvette and the GTR that approach the line in first. Did you see my tyres? I don't care, mate. It was cheeky. Tell you what, you want to get out of it? You know where the donation button is, pal. Yeah? Webby and Matt, the two Matts, they cross the line side by side, arguing over who takes 12th, but it's Webby that occupies 12th, Matt in 13th, and Blaze in 14th. Not too far behind the line, I don't think. Blaze in 14th. But well done to Slice for first place, Icon in 2nd, and SAS in 3rd. Even though you cheated on the penalty line.
Nope.
SAS, you thought you were going to get away with that, didn't you?
No, I just...
No, you thought you were going to get away with it.
Did you see my tyres?
I don't care. Okay. I don't care. You could have had pillows on your wheels for all I care, mate. You used the grass. How many times have we told you about using the grass?
It wasn't. I went off the track because I couldn't steer with my tyres.
That's not what I saw.
No,
that
I
is
genuinely
not
lost control of the car.
That is not what I saw through my eye. I saw a very poised and controlled Z4 that actively looked at the grass, chose to drive more than 50% on the grass, and then brought themselves back on stably after the penalty line. After the penalty was served, which is more. You lost control for just 1 second.
Because then I had a right-hand tyre which blew, which brought me back onto the track.
Right.
Okay.
I totally believe the story.
I think I'm going to intervene and go ahead, the head of stewards there, as overall race director, and back of grid pen you for that, mate. You will be written up in the stewards for it. Where is the donation button, bro? Honestly, I have actually no idea how it works for you guys. I think it's the little S thing. I think you can just super chat or something. Yeah, I'd say I never thought any. I was just joking with SAS. He's the only one who does that grass penalty
that you've seen.
And yeah, that we've seen, but we always catch him doing it, and he knows not to do it, and he says that he won't do it. But he does it.
I'm not going to rat them out, but I know somebody else did it today, so, you know.
Rat them out, and I'll reconsider your back of grid pen.
That's crazy.
I joke not. Rat them out. Tell me who. Tell me. You can tell me.
What if I give you which race and 3 people that it could be?
You're still getting a back of grid pen. I want the exact person and the exact race he did it. And then we'll talk. And then I'll reconsider ever so slightly.
Just look through the Road Atlanta stuff.
Road Atlanta, right? Okay.
Yeah.
No, just so we can get the penalty, it was me.
20 what?
Who the hell is that?
Yo,
20.
Holy Stexo.
You the man, Stexo. Look at that, Stexo. You have to do a steward. No, I don't have to do a stewards, but Stexo, you gangster. Wow. Thanks for being you. Well, thank you, mate. Stexo. Oh, wow.
No, that was to remove my penalty, I think.
Stexo. You gangster. Oh, absolute. What a G, Stexo. Thank you. Okay, Stexo. I say no donations ever do anything to the other, but what do you think SAS deserves a back of grid? Is he going to serve that? Yeah. I mean, hell, shit, if you turn around and say that he's race banned, mate, he's gone. Sorry.
No, come on, you're a nice guy.
There's something in German.
Well, SAS, up until this point, you've been the highest donator. Stexo, mate. Gee, wow, fair play. That's the highest donation. Other than the Twitch, that's the highest donation that we've received on YouTube to date. So, mate, Stexo, what an absolute gangster. Really putting one in there for the Austrians. Stexo is the GOAT. We're going to try and get some, we'll have to try and get some, like, emojis made for RDR specifically, and we'll get some ones like Stexo GOAT made, because that's, yeah. What an absolute gangster. Stexo, what a man. Thank you ever so much. Did not find this button before. Well, honestly, I'm glad you found it now. Thank you. Bro donated $20 and didn't even get a stewards. JHS, you're the one who wants stewards, bro. I'm tired, mate. I'm tired. I don't feel well today. Like, I just pushed the stream because I didn't want to let you guys down. I'm obviously glad I've done it for obvious reasons. I mean, Stexo smashed that. I was not expecting that. Fair play. Thank you very much. Mate, any time on the Thursday, mate, you're always welcome in the Group 3. It was great to see you have some decent results then. Of course, unfortunately, you had a few incidents, but you kept racing in every single race. So thank you all, or thank you everyone who keeps racing in the races and doesn't just back out. But no, guys, thank you ever so much for jumping in. It's been fantastic to stream for you.
I've got some,
hang on. What? Oh, wait. What am I waiting for? So, Sliced, are you open limiting you use the grass on...
Yes, so he can just keep his penalty.
Okay. Honestly, valiant for that. Thank you. I'll take that.
I'm gonna take it one step further. I told him that you.
Pano, I just watched the replay and Roadrunner pushed you into me. Right, okay.
Okay.
Well, incidents happen, okay? Nothing. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so pretty.
Oh, wow.
That is very pretty, isn't it? That's cool. Right, okay.
Auf den Steck so. Du kannst entscheiden, ob er erst Straf kriegt oder nicht. Im Rennbahn.
What one was I going to have a look at? There was one incident that I wanted to have a look back on. I can't remember where for the life of me it was. Tell you what, Stexo, you can pick one track for us to have a look back on just quickly on a steward's review. I was not going to do this, but purely because Stexo just donated like €20, I will. Teeny Ping Sardegna's JHS is called, but Stexo's up to you, my man. Ugh. I've literally been struggling for heat all day, and now I'm sweating.
Yeah, I want to see
Barcelona JHS on the straight.
Guys, continue.
On the straight between turns 9 and 10.
For what now? Where now? Where?
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
It was lap 4.
Oh my.
Lap 4 on the straight between 9 and 10.
New biggest donor. 20,000. 20,000 what?
What the
Right, we're going to pause this while I use Google Converter on what that is.
The Vietnamese dong.
Vietnamese dong? Is that like, have you just donated like 30p?
Dong.
Wait, that is? That is 6.5 cents.
6.5. You donated 6p. Should we make that a thing now that we only accept donations in Vietnamese dong?
Dong. Still love the name.
Dong.
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 Vietnamese.
Who is next, guys?
Hey, dong.
Vietnamese dong to grant. Oh my goodness. 20,000.
6 cents.
He's donated 56 pence to me.
What's that?
Unfortunately, I mean,
that?
just to, again, use the Google or Converter, I think Stexo still very much might be in the lead there.
77 US cents.
Okay, wait, let me quickly...
Yeah, Stexo is in the lead. He donated 20 quid. That's the last of SAS's pocket money. Right, so what were we looking at here then? Just quickly, we'll just...
100,000.
That'd be like, what, £2.50?
Lap 4. Lap 4. Wait, I'm not down.
But you don't want to watch my lap 1 on the Spain. I actually got like...
What were we looking at round here? Sorry, Panam again, what lap? Lap 4 on the back straight, JHS POV. Okay, JHS, lap 4.
I can donate 1 million Vietnamese dong.
Jesus Christ.
When?
How much is that? Okay.
Right, so...
It's 38 US dollars.
Is this what you're on about here, Panam?
Nah, it is rude.
That'd still be the number 1 donation if you did it.
But lap 4,
And it would say I donated 1 million. So.
That I am, thank you for spotting. But it is here that we're looking at, right?
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
I pitted lap 3. He spun out of turn 9 and then did like weird rejoin.
Still can't believe that though. Stexo, fucking... I swear again, I'm so sorry. I just was not expecting it. Fair play. Thank you, Stexo. I'm going to probably say thank you to that or to you for that for a while now.
I think SAS for $20,000.
That's really better than mine.
I don't think much happened there with JHS in this instance. I think he literally just
That's not
spam.
the back straight, bro. That's not the back straight.
Well, no, it's just it was right before the back straight. I just can't see him causing much more damage after this, to be honest.
Yeah, no, wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah,
So
that
Pablo
wasn't really
Chacon flashed him. He parked himself in a real stupid place, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still there. Right. Give him like 20-30 seconds. Until I arrive there.
Okay, I see this becoming more likely now. Okay.
Oh.
Now wait for the rejoin. Wait when I come there.
Okay, I'm waiting.
He's waiting.
He said his finger slipped and he pulled the handbrake.
He's parked on the track. Oh.
Yeah, oh.
I don't think we need another review of this.
Doesn't mean you have to murder me.
I mean, I'm just gonna look at it.
In the corner until
Wait, did I get the fastest lap there, race?
Yeah, I think that was rather... That looked very intentional. I was so done with this race. I mean... Yeah, that came across. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I don't know what Pan Am did to cause that, but yeah, the JHS, naughty boy, once again. As always, to be honest.
It didn't really cost me much.
It's getting tiring seeing his name in the stewards every single time. Here is another 50k, don't spend it all at once. Well, thank you for my 50,000 Vietnamese dong.
Please, I can't. The name is way too funny.
Crazy.
Dong.
Shall we see how much he's just given me once again?
Dong.
Dong.
Oreo Wilk NGA. What's going on?
It's like £2.
Oh, that's £1.41. That is. So how much in total in Vietnamese dong have you given me? You're just knocking on the door of £2. Fantastic.
He gave you 70,000 dong. Okay.
He's given me 70. If I go to Vietnam, I'm going to be considered a very rich man. That could honestly, you've probably paid for a decent meal out in Vietnam. There, I'm not going to lie.
SAS, put that into Venezuelan Bolivar.
That was fantastic, fair play. But anyway, right, so that will then draw us closed on the stewards review here. Guys, I know it's last minute and we're going to be shutting the stream off in a second, but make sure you smash the like button on the stream if you haven't done so already. Thank you very much, guys, that have.
Wait, hang on.
Wait, JHS said wait. Oh gosh, there's more dong coming my way. Give him 100,000 Venezuelan bolivar. Yeah, that's going to be worth a lot. There's a warm meal there for sure. Oh yeah, mate, I'm thinking warm meal on the 50,000, and then maybe the 20,000 could buy like a little drink. Nothing too swanky, just nice drink. Oh, I don't know. But
wait,
no,
give me
honestly,
a second. Hang on. I've got something coming here.
Okay, I'll hang. I know.
Is it
I
100,000
don't know what you're doing.
Venezuelan Bolivar?
You should send 2 million dongs.
I'm unsure.
2 million
I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
That's like $60. 2 million.
I don't know what's happening. It's just been an evening of strange and weird transactions.
Let him cook.
To be honest.
Oh no, hang on, wait, give me a minute. I need to find a better one, because this one doesn't...
We're waiting for the donation.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I couldn't be any further towards the edge. I'd be stood up otherwise.
What should be actual currency this time?
It's gonna be like 5 dongs.
Yeah, actual currency as opposed to what Monopoly money is to what he sent me before.
What is bro sending?
Well, I'm waiting for it. It'll pop up in the chat. You'll all see it at the same time I will. I ruined Luke's race for sure, MJ.
I ruined Luke's race.
I'd say, do we just need to ban you?
Yes.
Like, JHS, is everything okay at home? Like, all you seem to do is aim for punishment.
Just like we do, just like Bannon, just like we do.
Sorry for that sound. I was trying to wipe my camera. I could see little marks on it, which I think is causing the autofocus to unfocus. Anyway, what are we waiting for, SAS? Because it is 20 past 11, and I'm quite tired.
What the?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, never mind. It's not gonna work.
Okay, what the fuck have I just read?
Well, either way, no, it's fine. I appreciate the attempt, nevertheless.
I was gonna.
So yes, the top fans for the
Iranian reals, but
I'd rather a bit of a touchy subject right now, is it not? So the top fans this evening: SMFC, Bike Bros, and Silly Up You. Although I'm not too sure why Stexo isn't on there, because he definitely should be. But guys, thank you ever so much for joining in. It's been a pleasure to run for you. We'll see you tomorrow with the Nürburgring track day. Although I did say earlier in the week in the admins chat, as much as we have got a schedule out this week, it's not a 100% guarantee that we can run all the streams each week because there's a lot going on in personal lives right now. But we will do our best to bring you the streams for tomorrow and for Thursday. But we shall see. Other than that, though, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, and we will catch you tomorrow at the Nürburgring. But that's it from RDR, guys. Peace out, and see you then.
What am I reading in the chat? What am I reading?
I don't know. I don't know.